Ah, Jerry, you're still looking for Lady Death. Oh, it breaks my heart. What is up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade on this Tuesday morning, March 1st. It's the month. It hasn't been the year of the division, that's for damn sure. But as most of you know, March is usually a pretty big month for this game. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. Once again, I mean, hopefully we're going to get a lot of news this month. That's what I'm waiting for. There is a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, King. Good to see you. Saw you, Jerry. No luck with Lady Death, Jerry. We're gonna fix that, buddy. We're gonna fix that this week. All right. We're gonna get you that weapon. We're going to get you that weapon. Mark my word. We will farm. We're gonna get you that thing, man. It was funny because I almost put together a Lady Death build. I'm like, you know what? I want to do another farming video on how to get it, and then I will put out a build video in regards to that. But again, good morning, everyone. Today is going to be chatting with you about the Division universe, talking about, everything from different surveys that were sent out about NFTs to all the leaked footage about the Division Heartland. And again, I can't show images or go into too many specifics because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but a lot of things to talk about that. New manhunt targets started today. We're going to wait a few minutes as people roll in. As always, I appreciate your taking the time and being here this morning. Let's see who else we got. Good morning, Luffy. Good to see you. Yes, again, good morning, Jerry L. Not too worried, pick up the chatterbox on the summit yesterday. Okay, so Jerry, for that brief second when you saw, an exotic drops, bam, were you like, that's it, Lady Death, I got it. That's kind of the worst thing. Yeah, I mean, you guys have seen here when I do these live streams, I'm trying to get certain things. And it's a tardigrade, or it's just some random thing that not looking for. I actually have a video which I'm putting together which shows you how many times, one of the things I do with the channel, and all of you know this, is I focus on I love doing farming videos, news videos, stuff like that, and it's great. There are so many times when you'll see the finished product, but you don't see how many hours went into making it. You know what I mean? So there are so many times where, for instance, I don't know what I think one of my last specific farming videos, let's say it was for, how to get the memento or something like that. And so you see 2 or 3 or 4 drop in the video, but what you don't see is how many times I've been farming for that specific targeted loot, and I get something random. So for that moment, I'm like, yes, got the memento on normal difficulty. I want to make sure I show new people you can get it on lower difficulties. And it's the freaking, tardigrade. Or it's just something else that I'm not looking for. That's not even the targeted loot that day. So, yeah, trust me, I feel your pain, my friend. Good morning, Travis. Good to see you. Yes, American Patriot, we will be farming for it. So what I want to do is this. Later in the week, I'll put up a post, hopefully, and if you're just tuning in, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button as well. I'm going to put down a link for the join button. Trying to get a few more members. Let's see if we can get 2 or 3 more brigade members today. That'd be super cool. But again, not mandatory. Mandatory. How the hell could anything be mandatory? You know what I'm saying. Let me just pin this thing real quick. Put it at the top. So that way, if you have any inclination to join as a member, you can do so. It just helps support the channel. More importantly, going back to what I was talking about farming with subs and members and clan members and all this stuff. Later this week, and again, it may be streamed, it may not. Still doing a few testings, but I want to help people get certain weapons. So to answer your question, Patriot, yes, we will be setting up times. I'll be talking to people individually. I'll make sure I do these types of things not only in the mornings, but in the evenings as well, depending on where you are. Some will be live, some will just farm and forget. I mean, I'm not just about, doing live streams. It's about just helping out, behind the scenes. It's not just yeah, look, you know what I mean? So again, we'll figure out a time to help you out because I'm all for that. 1 billion%. Checking chat again, seeing who's in here this morning. Do me a favor, everyone. Let me know if the audio is good. It's going to be mostly chat today, I think. I mean, we'll do some stuff. You know, the new the new manhunt targets available, Luna. We don't have any leagues right now. We don't have any global events. We'll do a few control points, but mostly I've been getting a lot of questions about a lot of different topics. So we're going to be going over that stuff today. As always, make sure, whoa, dude, Patriot, out of the gate. Welcome to the gaming brigade, buddy. Thank you. New member. Appreciate you, buddy. A lot of questions I want to answer. So today's going to be primarily focused on your questions, what's going on. As always, leave a question in chat. I will get to it as quick as I can. And yeah, it's great to see you guys. Good morning, Robert. All the usual suspects rolling in. Unknown Dude, what's going on, my friend? Said hello to Travis. That is wonderful. Ronnie, evening to you, my friend. Luffy is saying, I got tardigrade 2 times in a row yesterday trying to farm memento. Needs to say it. Yeah, it ruined your mood to farm. It does. It really does. Quick question, Luffy. When you were farming, were you farming the summit, or were you farming a specific mission? And did you have any directives turned on? If you could do me a favor, let me know that. But yeah, that's a bummer. That gets me too. That really gets me too. What's going on, Hades? Good to see you. Johnny on the spot, one of our winners of our first Horizon Forbidden West stream. And for those of you asking, I am going to be I'm putting together a video for Horizon Forbidden West, which launches tomorrow morning. Then I'm going to do a live stream for Horizon Forbidden West tomorrow evening. So yes, I'm still working on that game, trying to balance between the two. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, but still covering that. But Johnny won a copy of the game in our first live stream. So congratulations to you. Good to see you. We got Grady. What's going on, Grady? Appreciate you stopping by to say hello on your busy day. Really, really appreciate that. Like he said, you guys, if you haven't as yet, do me a favor, hit that like button. Trying to see if we can get to 100 likes within the first hour. I don't think we've ever pulled that off. Have a feeling we can do that today. Let's give that a shot. Audio is good. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's try to catch up here. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, but with the whole farming thing, it does get frustrating sometimes, especially you see that moment. You're like, yes, I got the weapon I'm looking for. That happened to me with when I was first trying to farm for the Bighorn. Floor 90 of the summit, farming over and over and over and over and over. Got like 3 or 4 exotics, and I'm like, yes. And I had I had 4 or 5 directives going. It was the capacitor, the chameleon, the capacitor, the tardigrade, coyote's mask. I'm like, dude, you're breaking my heart here, RNG. You are. You really, really are. You're going to be giving me some competition today in G's chat today. You guys are awesome. Good morning, Simon. Hello, hello. I think we're caught up here. What's happening? What's up, Medina? Good to see ya. Hello, Cross. What do we got? Just call you Cross. Hey, Grady, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, my friend. It's all good. All good. Nice. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you as well. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, and a lot of you have reached out to the channel in regards to it, and we're just going to do some, as most of you know right now, I'll just do a quick breakdown of what's going on. New manhunt target became available today. We have Luna. Everything is in New York, so obviously you need to have the Warlords of New York expansion in order to do any of this stuff. And it's fun, not funny, but a lot of people still don't have it. So we get a lot of questions from people saying, I don't see the manhunt anything showing up. And I'm like, well, do you have Warlords? The answer is no. So obviously you have to have Warlords. Everything is here. It's the stuff we've done before. You know what I mean? We have the summit, complete a boss floor, Battery Park. You got your control points. You got your mission, financial district, same thing. Coney Island, Ballpark Museum. Coney Island Ballpark, Coney Island Amusement Park as well. So again, it's the exact same thing. Now next week, what do we have next week? Let's take a look real quick. I think we have the Luna League that starts next week. Then after that, yes, we have Luna League starts in a week. A week after that, we have Polarity Switch. Don't even get me started on that one. I think everything should be Golden Bullet. Raise your hand if you think the same thing. Then we have the Huntsman. Huntsman League, reanimated, da-da-da-da, another event. This event is blank, which means it's going to be another league. That'll be the Huntsman League. Is that right? Yeah. Reanimated's not that bad. That doesn't bother me as much. So reanimated, I'm sure I'll make videos for. I'm sorry, and I said this will be the Titan League right here. And then 6 weeks, 6 days from now, so 7 weeks, we have the final global event. And my hope is this. My hope is during this time, we're going to be getting some news. You know what I mean? We're going to be getting some information in regards to something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's really, really, really what I hope. So let's try to get some questions answered really quick as we move on. Again, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We just had a new member to the brigade. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. Patriot, appreciate you, my friend. And again, I will, make sure everyone that's here, make sure you sub to the channel, because I do community posts where I'm asking who wants to farm for this weapon, who wants to do this. I was supposed to do one last night, but our power was out for about 3 hours, so clearly I couldn't do it then. But it's something I'm going to jump into this week for sure. All right, let's see. Question here. Kyle is asking, is floor 90 the best spot to farm exotics on the summit? Excuse me. So, in my opinion, you want to farm floor 10 or floor 90. It's really up to you. For me, it's about time management. So when you're on floor 90, you're going to hit, 3 or 4? It's at least 3 named bosses before you clear the thing. And again, you don't clear the floor entirely. You take out one boss. There's a wave of NPC. You take out the first boss. Another wave, you take out the second boss. When the third wave hits, you take out the third boss, but you do not clear the floor. You then exit back to the lobby and rinse and repeat. Depends how long it takes you to clear that floor 90 with those 3 bosses. You know what I mean? So for instance, for me, if I go to, floor 10 on the summit, I've had better luck with exotics dropping on floor 10 than I have on floor 90. And floor 10, you're only facing one named boss, but you're clearing that floor. I mean, not entirely, you know what I'm saying? You're clearing that thing in like 2 minutes. So if you can clear that in 2 minutes that quickly and just get boss after boss after boss, it all depends on, your speed in which you can clear the floors itself. Higher the floor, higher the chance, not necessarily of better loot dropping, but of, I don't know. I mean, you know what, honestly, Kyle, it's all luck sometimes. I mean, I've had great stuff drop on 90. For me, 10 is easier to manage. Take out that boss, reload, take out that boss, reload. Again, if you're new to this and unaware, I'll show you one really quick that I can do. Hence the beauty of live stream, my friends. I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. In real time, people. In real time. Again, if you're just joining, hit that like button. Hit that sub button. Would love to. I think we're about to crack 25,200, I think. 25,200, which is insane. You guys are amazing. All right, so I'm just going to do this on, we'll just do it on challenging. You know what I mean? So let's go to, switch our builds real quick. Go to my Scorpio build, which I love. I love this build so much. I need to get out of just using this build, but I can't. This is my favorite summit build to use. 4-piece Hunter's Fury. Scorpio is my primary. Memento backpack. I've got a badass Vector as my secondary. Now, if I wanted to use my Vector as a primary, I'd just switch the chest piece to a piece of Sokolov. Pretty simple thing to do. And then you're maximizing that weapon damage right there. Before we jump in, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, King said it best, Kyle. It's really about whatever you're most comfortable with. You know what I mean? I'll show you this really quick, this run real fast. I'll do it on challenging just to get through it. American Patriot, I do have a Ravenous. Oh, nice. Yeah, so here's the thing. Hang on, let me do this thing. You guys know I get sidetracked pretty quick, pretty easily. Let me run this thing on the summit really quick. So Kyle, going back to the summit, again, it's all about your comfortability. It's all about how comfortable you are with it. So, whoops, I don't want to do normal. So again, you're going to choose, let's say you want to do, and again, the higher the difficulty, the better chance of, a better piece of gear dropping. If you want to use directives, great. If you don't, don't. You know what I mean? For me, let's say if you just want to use 2 directives, we'll take this off, we'll take that off, we'll use ammo hoarders, and we'll use ragers, because that's not going to affect us too much because we're doing this on challenging. In regards to ammo, you're not using that much because you're only clearing a certain amount of XP. Excuse me, not a certain amount of XP. You're only clearing a certain amount of ads on the actual floor. Set our difficulty to challenging, confirm the settings, and there we go. So again, it's all dependent on your gameplay, what you're capable of doing. What's great is regardless of the difficulty, you're facing named bosses no matter what. You know, in the open world, when you hit control points, and I'm actually doing a video later today, hopefully on control points for people just jumping into heroic difficulty, you're going to face 2 named bosses at control points. That's only if you do it on heroic. You know what I mean? And for some people, they're not at that point. What's great about the summit and hitting floor 10 is the fact that you're going to hit that named boss no matter what. You know what I mean? So if you're on normal, you're going to hit that named boss. If you're on challenging, you're going to hit the named boss. It doesn't really matter. Ooh, these guys are right in my face today. Yikes. What is going on? I'm sitting a little close to the TV. So again, here's what you do. We've taken out some ads. We run over. Again, you need to leave at least 1 NPC alive. Do not kill them all. Take out the boss real quick as he just blows up. Okay, so all we do at this point is we're going to pick up the loot, open up the menu, go back to the lobby, rinse and repeat. Now when we go back to 10, the boss is going to be there. If we don't go back, and if we do, clear the floor before we come back to the lobby, the boss will not be there. You'll automatically be at 11. And at that point, you've got to either go up to 20 or just reset your floors and start over to get back to floor 10. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's get back to questions really fast. I do want to answer some stuff. Okay, so really quick, Patriot. I almost said American Psycho. American Patriot. It's funny because I saw these gifts recently for American Psycho. But anyway, I do have a Ravenous, do have an Eagle Bearer. Still trying to get the Regulus. I just have to do the raid one more time, I think, to get the rest of the things I need for the Regulus. But I haven't done builds on the Eagle Bearer or Ravenuses yet, or really use them that much, only because I don't know, actually. I think I'd like to see more people be able to get the weapon. And I know it's been out for 2 years. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it should be in the open thing. I'm not saying it's not. It shouldn't be. But I just haven't made those builds as yet. But it is an incredibly powerful weapon, and I do like it. What's up, Goodness? Good to see you. Johnny on the spot is saying it would really be nice if there was a companion app for Division 2 and you could deal with gear, weapons, builds via the app. A lot of people have asked about that, Johnny. Like, a lot of people have wanted something like that to help manage things. You know, what I do on a weekly or daily basis, depending how, I mean, to be honest, not obviously playing as much as I normally do, but putting that aside, what I need to do if I'm doing a bunch of farming, I need to make sure that I, at least once a week, you know, I put everything into my stash, organize, get rid of stuff that I don't want, and then rinse and repeat and kind of go from there. But an app would really be helpful. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Do I plan on streaming any Division 1 incursions? Absolutely. I'm going to be doing a lot of Division live streams too. From the first game. Incursions, I want to do Love Survival. Love Survival, which is a great segue, I guess, in a way to talking about, and I know a lot of people are wondering what's going on with it, with the Division Heartland. I don't think we can really compare it to anything. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's like survival, it's like this. I think it's going to be unlike anything we've seen. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be anything that... There's a lot of leaked stuff out there. And the one thing I want to mention, and actually, it's great because I think it was last week, Rogue Gold, fellow content creator, put out a video talking about, you know, leaks in Heartland and all this stuff. And then, you know, we get all this wave of stuff over the last few days. Until it comes out, that's when we know what we're getting. You know what I'm saying? And what I would recommend, and this is what I'm doing, not when it comes to certain images and things like that, because these are, I believe, and again, I'm not showing them, because I don't want, and I know a lot of people that won't show them as well, obviously, because you don't want to get a copyright strike on your channel, because that's a real pain in the ass and could lead to you losing your channel eventually. But I wouldn't try to compare it to any sort of game, including The Division, if that makes sense. It takes place in the Division universe. We've got that covered, right? I'm not comparing it to The Division or The Division 2. I'm not comparing it to Survival. I'm not comparing it to Tarkov. I'm not comparing it to, anything we've really done before. Because when you in your mind start, like, one of the things I noticed, and this is my opinion, I'd love to hear what you guys think as well, excuse me, is I look at the gameplay, right? And I've said this from day one. I'm like, man, that looks a lot like the mechanics from Ghost Recon, which I love. Love Ghost Recon. Love Ghost Recon. Love the first one. Second one, it took about a year to really get going to where it is now. Thoroughly enjoy that game now as well. Much different game. It's not a looter shooter, things like that, whatever. There's certain mechanics that are like Ghost Recon. The sliding, if there is. Again, this is all hearsay because, yes, we've seen the things, but again, I haven't played it, but I know so many people that are hyped up about it. And it's not that I don't. I believe a lot of the stuff out there, but again, you kind of have to walk a thin line. And what I'm doing is I'm choosing to wait until I actually play it or see it to make my determination. And that's what I suggest you do as well. I've seen so many people say, oh, this is going to suck because it's like this game. Well, we don't know that. Oh, it's going to suck because it's like this. Oh, it's free to play. That means microtransactions, NFTs, all that stuff. So there are a lot of things we don't know as yet. If it's free to play, you jump in, you try it, you like it, you play it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But I think at this point, at this stage, trying to compare it to other things may wind up driving you a little bit crazy, and you don't want to be turned off from a game before you've actually really given it a shot. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. All right, let's see where we are on chat really quick. Happy that was helpful, Kyle. You're very welcome. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Patriot is talking about the Ravenous, and it takes a second. Like you said, you have to switch shoulders in order to activate, the certain talents on the weapon. It does take a minute to get used to, but once you kind of get that down, and that's another reason I haven't made a build around that. I only make builds around weapons that I'm proficient at or that I've really have figured out. That one I'm not that great at as yet, so I do want to take a few minutes to do it, even though it was a ground to get. Everyone, Legend Cowboy is in the building. What is up, you guys? Fellow content creator. The guy's amazing. He actually was able to get some great. We were just talking about, dude. I don't know if you heard. Probably you've been here for a minute. But everyone, Cowboy, if you have not subscribed to his channel, make sure you do it. The guy's amazing. Good person. First person I ever interviewed on the series Diplomats of the Division. Big member of the community, PvP builds, live streams, helping just gamers and just all this good stuff. Puts out amazing, amazing videos. Most importantly, really, 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 really good dude. Like, really good person. Yeah, in my opinion, just, you guys have heard me say 1,000 times, it's this community that keeps me so involved in this game. You guys are amazing. Other content creators like Cowboy. There are a lot of great people out there. He is one of them. So definitely, if you have not as yet, and I'm sure most of you have, if you're here, you've obviously subbed to him. But if you haven't as yet, you're crazy. Put some of the baddest PvP builds together. In fact, one thing you'll hear me mention at this channel is someone asks me a PvP question, always point you to Cowboy. Like, I'm like, go see that guy. I can't answer it. I don't know what to do. I'm going to get my ass kicked half the time. I don't want you to get your ass kicked because of me. I'd feel terrible. So, yeah, I know he is one person that is definitely stoked about Heartland. I am in the same exact boat. I mean, for me, it looks, from what I've seen, what I've read, what I've heard from people reaching out to me privately, it seems really badass. And again, it depends on your style of gameplay. But I think a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised by it. And yeah, it's good stuff. Oh, I appreciate you, Cowboy. Seriously. You're just awesome, man. And again, as my channel will be 2 years old next month. And as I started off, there were a handful. I can't say a lot. I take that back. There were a handful of creators who I look up to, such as Cowboy, Kamikaze Von Doom, Rogue Gold, Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear. I'm forgetting a ton right now because I'm like, oh, the Cowboy's here, so I'm kind of geeking out still. I'm still a total fanboy of his work. But the point is this. So many people reached out with tips and helping out and whatnot, and he was one of them, and I sincerely appreciate it. So, yeah, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Make sure we are... Make sure I didn't miss any questions. I don't think I've missed any questions yet. Dead Master. You've been trying to grind the division, but you don't have friends that play this game. Discord. Cowboy has a Discord. Oh gosh, GC Rock. How could I draw a blank on GC? GC Rock. Huge member of the community, amazing content creator. Again, he was one of the people that, were really helpful as I started off the channel. I know right now he's known for doing raid carries, and he does them almost on a daily basis. It's amazing. He also covers, the Destiny at his channel. He's awesome at that. He also does more than just raid carries, obviously. Great videos as well. Reset videos, just a bunch of stuff. The guy's a total legend as well. He has an amazing Discord, as does Cowboy. I recommend joining Discord, finding people, because there are still a ton of people who play the first game, So I would definitely join Discord, find a group, and you should be able to squad up pretty easily, I think. Yeah, Robert Durant, Gamey Daddy, nothing but skills. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's one of those things where one thing... Oh, thank you, Nadal. Says, really like both of your content. Helps tremendously. That's the goal. And I think Tater Salad's here. See, I just bounce around. And again, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Trying to get to 100 likes within the first hour. We're 30 minutes in, 45 likes, 51 viewers. Good stuff, people. It's pretty awesome. I got to tell you. I'm still getting used to this whole live stream thing, but you guys make it easy. Good mornings, Thomas. Good to see you. Everyone's doing well. Thank you. Tater Salad, hello to you. What I was saying was, going back to the community, again, in my opinion, it's one of those things where that's what separates this game. And there's so many people. What makes me laugh is, are we sick and tired of the same content? I'm exhausted. I'm burnt out. I only play for fun, and I mostly play in order to try to help people get certain weapons, certain gear, things like that. I love answering the call, all that good stuff. Especially people who are on story mode. If they're on story mode, you come cruising in with your character who's just stacked for heroic. It's so much fun. But my point is this. I'm so tired of playing this game and doing the same thing. It sucks. It sucks. But it's not a dead game. And that's what's important. And not only that, remember, we are looking at two very different things when this content comes out. We have content for the Division 2. Oh, I have my Scorpio. I swear I thought I was about to unleash with my SMG. We have two different things. There is content for the Division 2. There's also Heartland. And they are two standalone things. Like, they're not the same. And I think what happens sometimes is people are saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe Heartland's this new content. Nobody wants that." And it's like, you guys, it's its own thing. It's a free-to-play game. Did that guy drop? Of course he did. Every single time. Every single time. I go right, he goes left. Anyway, so my point is this. There's a lot for us to look forward to. I got to pay attention. I'm trying not to die on challenging in the summit. Dear Lord. Oh, that'd be just depressing. I got a sniper hitting me up. I'll turn my back to the enemies. Why not? Oh, there we go. That's why you don't turn your back to an enemy. Anyway, the point is this. There's a lot to look forward to, and I know a lot of us are burnt out from the game, myself included. A lot of people have stepped away, but I can promise you a lot of people are just waiting for that new content to come out in order to jump back in. And I think that's the thing, that while it is slow right now, and I know someone was just talking about you can't find a group on the First Division, but there's going to be such an, uptick of players jumping back into this game. Once we get our new stuff, it's going to be awesome. And I think for me, that's what, I'm really looking forward to the most is the game getting the recognition it deserves. And it's just been a really bad 2 years for this game. Warlords did not have a smooth launch, obviously, because of the pandemic, because of other things going on in the world, obviously. And putting that aside, you know, we haven't received anything since then. You know, I know we got the summit, but for a lot of people out there, it wasn't what they were really looking for. You know what I mean? So again, this should be a really, really, really good year for this universe, I think. Yeah. Let's scroll back up. Division 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, Division 2, you're having a hard time. Yeah. Anyway, just join Discord. It's the way it goes. Link GC Rocks Discord, please. And then if you go to Cowboy, feel free to if you want to leave a link to your Discord as well, please feel free to do so in this chat. Again, both of these creators, awesome, really, really helpful. Cowboy saying the same thing. He's exhausted as well. You know what I mean? It's something where, you know, there's certain games that I want to play on a regular basis. You know what I mean? This is one of them. This is one of my favorite games ever. And you need to have something to drive for. You know what I mean? You need to have something to grind for, to play for, things like that. And for a lot of people, you know, while the player base is low and it's still there, we do get a lot of new players. We do get a lot of returning players who stepped away for a while. But the people, I would say we're probably at 20% of where we will be once new content comes out, you know? And it's exhausting. It's like, come on. You know, I just started covering my second game at the channel, which is Horizon Forbidden West, which I absolutely love. And by the way, I want to thank anyone who has, those videos have done extremely well. I've put out 3 so far. They've all done really well, in my opinion, for a new game. So I cannot thank you guys enough for your support, if you've supported me in that way. But putting that aside, it takes a lot for me to come back to a game over and over. This game does that. Horizon Forbidden West does that. Certain Assassin's Creed games do that. I'm going to try to jump back into, you know, the next one. I'm considering jumping into Elden Ring. But my point is, you need to have that. This is we are now, I think, in my opinion, in the next half year, going to get a lot of new stuff. A lot of new stuff. And if the Division doesn't add new things to it, which we know they're going to, you know, there's Destiny 2 now, there's Elden Ring, there's Horizon Forbidden West, there are all these other games coming out. So I really hope they're bringing their A game. And like I said, and this has been like a long roundabout tangent, I think Heartland is going to pleasantly surprise a lot of people and bring a lot of people back, not only to the Division 2, but into the universe itself, who've never even played the first game before. Yep, we definitely need something new. Scott, what's going on? Finally got the Memento. The Memento backpack. Scott is saying the Memento backpack is great. Can't believe you finally got it. Want to say thank you to every Gerbin fight. I don't have mic and PlayStation Plus. Yeah, so it is really awesome. That's what I love. I love the fact that people wanting to work with each other, help each other out, get gear, because that's the other thing. Let me grab some water, guys. Losing my voice for a sec. I don't even know, like, hang on. It's this game in my mind, and you're going to hear me say this a lot. It's this community, all the people, everyone working together, messages getting to help someone get gear, and understand with a game like this, gear will change the amount of people that pop in. Gear not only does that, but it also obviously affects your style of gameplay. When new things come out in the game, that's when people rush back. I mean, we go back to the holiday event, which got canceled. It was supposed to be an apparel event. They introduced one new mask, the Chill Out mask, which was bugged. Whatever. We'll get into that some other time. But the point is this. From introducing one new mask into the game, into an event that was a repeat of other things we've done, there was such a huge rush of players back in. And that's one mask that just happened to have 2 mod slots. Imagine what's going to happen when we get all this new stuff. And it is going to happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Which brings me to, what's up, AJ? Just saw you there, my friend. Who was... someone asked, when is the content update coming? So, Sonny, we have no idea. Now, I personally think, and I want to more so say hope. I hope we start getting news within the next 2-3 weeks. I really do. I think I have to. I'm so leery of saying I hope, I think, whatever it is, where it's like one of those things where for me, I'm just tired of having my hopes up and then kind of shattered because I love this game. And I don't blame anyone. I don't blame the devs. I don't blame anybody. No one's sitting there going, let's do this. They want this content out and they want it to be the best it can possibly be. In my mind, I'd rather they delay it a little than get it wrong when it launches. Which is going to come first? Are we going to get the Heartland first or the Division 2 content first? I don't know. We haven't been given a new timeline. I don't know what to expect. I do feel, however, I would think they need to give us information this month, like tangible information on what we can expect, because that will get momentum going. That will get people back to the game and getting focused on, the new stuff that's going to be coming out. Let me know what you guys think about that. What's going on, Liam? Good to see you. Again, if I've missed your question, I do apologize. Doing my best to play catch up. If you're just joining, do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. If you are inclined, you could hit that join button as well. We've already gained 1 new member in this stream. Can we gain 2 more members? Can we get 3 total in one stream? That'd be insane. Absolutely nuts. Again, no pressure whatsoever. Want to support the channel a little differently, you can. If not, you guys are family. You're here. That is all I care about at all. At all. Robert saying you're at Shade 314. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about Shade too much. A lot of people put a lot into that. And yeah, when you get to Shade, you get to level 1,000, you're maxed out with certain stats. But again, I know people that are at Shade like you said, like 300, 400, whatever. They can still get everything they need to get done. Depends on your mods, depends on your builds, it depends on certain aspects. So again, it doesn't really, really matter as much as people feel like it does. You know what I mean? I usually only farm again, my shade level is 2256, but someone was just saying you've seen shade levels. I saw someone with like a 20,000 shade level. It was insane. 30,000. It's out of control what some people are pulling off. But again, for instance, let's say if I always did 4 directives, I'd have double what I have now. If I did certain cheese farming stuff, I'd have double what I had now. So again, you're going to farm more when certain things are going on. Once you get to a certain shade level, the sway is, I know you're at 314, but yeah, Robert's saying it's just a level. It doesn't matter. It's not going to make the biggest difference in your builds. Could change a little percentage here, a little percentage there. But I wouldn't focus on your shade level. I'd focus more on farming for that gear, using matchmaking, joining a random group, things like that. You know what I mean? All right, so let's go check out New York real quick. Leave New York. I'm sorry, head back to New York. Why is my house phone ringing? I never answer my house phone, like ever. I don't even know what my house number is. That's a total side thing. Robert Durant, you nailed it right there. Okay, so Victor, you're saying maybe at E3 they could announce it? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We can see what happens really quick. Banks, you're saying you've had the game since launch and never done a raid, never had people to help, so I just stopped playing. Mr. Humble, if you scroll up, and I'm sure Lion King will put another link in there if he's around, which he is, because he's awesome. GC Rock, join his Discord, find a group, you'll do a raid. There are so many people that have not done raids before. They join up. GC does raid carries all the time. I cannot stress that enough. You definitely want to check that out. Where were we? Oh, Victor, you were saying maybe at E3 they'll say something. Maybe. When is E3? When is that? I'll look real quick. I'm trying to remember. I thought I had it written down here. E3 2022 is on. We don't have a date yet. I don't think. But I honestly, I really hope it's going to be before then. We need to get some news now, people. Like, we can't, we need to know what's going on. And there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. Like, there's a lot of stuff. And I will get into NFTs and the Division Heartland and whatnot. There are constant testing on site for the Division 2 content. There's constant testing nonstop for the Division Heartland remotely People are play testing. They're going on this week. I think the division Heartland has been having play testing for the last like 5 or 6 weeks straight. Those of you asking, how do you actually get to do it? I don't know. I've signed up, but I've never actually been picked. Hopefully that'll happen one day. But the point is, they're going on this, like they're pressing the pedal to the floor. So they're trying to get stuff done. Here we go. Let's see. Just trying to play catch up again. If I miss your question, I do apologize. But yeah, feel free to type it again if I missed it. If you're just joining, do me a favor, my friends. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button as well. Really does help the channel out. Let's cruise down. Yeah, JD Glad saying, I got your first Eagle Bearer through a GC Rock raid. I'm telling you, GC Rock, he's the man. He'll help you. Jonathan says, got an off-topic question. I just got into... Where's the... Okay, I wanted to make sure I read it. I mean, it's there, but before I read it out loud. Sergeant, got an off-topic question. Well, we're getting into relationship stuff here. Sergeant Greybeard coming at you. It is currently 9:40 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday, March 1st, of our year of our Lord 2022. Got a question from Jonathan saying, Sergeant, got an off-topic question here. Just got into a relationship with this amazing woman. I love her, but I also love playing video games. How do you balance between your video games and your marriage? Well, Jonathan, that is a fantastic question, and I'll tell you how. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I have no idea. No, I think for me, it's just separating, you know, if you know, my wife does not play games at all. Like, doesn't. Like, straight up, we'll play, like, Mario Brothers here and there. We have a Switch, so she likes playing, like, Super Mario World, stuff like that. But she does not like gaming at all. And that's fine. You know, I work from home. She's at work. I work from here, so I can play sometimes a lot, you know, during the day or whatever, just because of my work schedule. Just keep it separate. You know what I mean? And not necessarily separate, but the point is you just got to have that balance. You know, I need to make sure that my work life doesn't affect my home life. And the same thing with gaming. You know, you don't want it to overwhelm. You know, you're never going to miss out, man. With a game like this, there are people who's like, oh, I got to get to this. Dude, you don't have to rush playing the game. You know what I mean? You find that balance and you're good to go, buddy. But for me, and this is coming from someone whose wife does not play at all, it doesn't affect anything. If it's like, look, here's the thing. It can affect it. Let's say if I'm in the middle of, I won't start a raid an hour before dinner. You know what I'm saying? I won't start doing something in a game if we're about to go out to eat. That's where you find that balance, because otherwise you're going to get your ass kicked. And you should get your ass kicked because you don't start a raid right before you have date night. You know what I'm saying? Because shit always gets sideways. So anytime you think you're going to get something done, it's not going to happen. It's just not. So again, you find that balance, my friend, you're good to go. All right, here we go. Thank you. Doing what I can. All right. I didn't know which voice to use. I keep trying to, so I used to do voiceovers back in the day. And like anything else in the world, you got to keep practicing them in order to keep it going, you know? That was pretty messy. I do apologize. I will get better as I get more and more comfortable with this. Again, if you're just joining, welcome to the stream. I'm just standing here. We're going to do some of the new Manhunt stuff. I do not like the tombs. Not a fan of that. Don't like Pathway Park. Not a fan of that. What do we have here? Control Point, Widow's Web, Merp. Here, let's hit this control point. Let's just do this real quick. Let's just toss on a skill build. Do a little control point farming. Check stuff out. If you have any questions, like I said, do me a favor. Obviously, drop them in the... I love this build. I love this skill build so much. And, side note, put out a video yesterday. Just one of my weekly news things, whatever. And I was talking about there were issues with skill builds. Strangely enough, and this has nothing to do with anything, my skills seem to be responding much better today than they were the last week. Now, I don't know if it's because they did some update. Not like an update, but... We all know in this game sometimes, anytime there's that weekly maintenance, things can get a little sideways. And it's obviously not intentional, and they don't change anything, but sometimes one thing here could affect something there. My skills seem to be responding pretty decently today, so I'm stoked on that. Okay, trying to play catch up on chat. Again, if I missed your chat, I do apologize. Catch up here. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome for the advice. Yeah, just have a balance. That's it. Like in anything, you know. Johnny on the spot saying, "My old lady doesn't like gaming either. I play when she's not." Yeah, that's the whole thing. When she's, yeah, you play when you can, and that's the most important thing. I'm telling you. Look, I don't want to. This shit isn't important. This shit does not matter. We are lucky enough on a Tuesday morning where I'm live streaming from my home, safe, secure. It's 9:45 a.m. I have a bunch of people here with me. We're chatting about a game we love. This shit is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, that's where you put your effort. Family, relationships, your pets, your loved ones, everything. Doesn't matter who. And when you get to game, you get to game. And you really enjoy it. And summarizing all that crap together, that's why a lot of people have stepped away from the game for a while. They're not enjoying it right now, and that's cool. It doesn't mean it's dead. It just means it's not popular right now. And once this new content drops, trust me when I say it's going to be apeshit. It's going to be crazy. Tons of people are going to be jumping in. And like I said, if you're not having fun, you don't play it. You know, right now, I have enjoyment from this game, making these videos, helping people get different gear, helping them level up. That's my favorite thing. That's what I enjoy. I am not, look, I don't need to farm for anything. Or I don't want to farm for anything. I do actually want a 13% protection from elites mod, where I'm sure I'm going to do some legendary farming before this thing's over. But the point is this. Yeah, there are a few things I want to get. But if you're not enjoying the game, my friends, pump the brakes, wait, because there's going to be a ton of stuff to do when we get that new content. Beep, beep, dee, 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 dee. Brian Massey, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. How are you? Good to see you. Priority Scott. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. J Mick. Is it J Mac? J Mick? J Mick. What's up, Jay? Good to see you. All right, so let's hit a control point really quick. Again, not really too much to quote unquote report on this week. Nothing's really going on. So we had all that Heartland stuff come out the other day. Showed different aspects of it, and it looks, in my opinion, freaking amazing. Like, I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that. Cowboy, who just dropped by the stream a minute ago, again, if you have not subbed to his channel, y'all be crazy. Put some of the baddest PvP builds together. Really, really good dude. He was one of the first people to, I believe, report on the leak stuff, which is awesome. And again, when it comes to those things, in my opinion, you have to, you take it, you know, I take the information like, oh man, that sounds cool. Oh man, that sounds great. And at the same time, I think to myself, you know what? We'll see. Can I hide behind this pot? Oh, look at that. I can. This doesn't really seem like it'd provide that much protection in a firefight. Like this turned over, you know, whatever. Anyway, moving on. What I tend to do with these, you know, leaks and the stuff like that is I take it at what it is. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know how to explain it really, but I think it's great. But I also know a lot of stuff can change. But what I've heard consistently about this what about this actual game itself? Because remember, it is a standalone game. It is part of the Division universe. It is not the Division 2 content we're waiting for. It looks awesome. And you've heard me say this a bunch, and you will hear me say it many times over. It's going to surprise a lot of people, and I think it's going to introduce a lot of people to this actual game. Because I still get messages from people saying, hey, I just started playing the Division 2. I didn't even know this existed. I saw it on sale for like $10 or just something crazy like that. Do I need to play the first game? And I'm thinking, you don't need to, but you're crazy if you don't. Where's my turret? Oh, never mind. That was weird. Anyway, there are people who are just jumping into this thing. Okay, I just started saying how great my skills are. And now it's in the dumpster, and I can't pick it up. Now I have to break it down. See what happens when I do that? Oy, oy, oy. Jinxed myself. We better call for backup because I'm about to be lit on fire. Both my skills are down to my skill build. That's why I can't talk and play. Oh, it's terrible. Anyway, guys, we got a good stuff. We got a lot of good stuff to look forward to, I think. I really, really do. And is that supply convoy that I was thinking wouldn't make it here in time? Oh, look at this guy. Where's that going to land? Miss. Okay, there we go. All right, let's focus here for a second. Once I clear this control point, I will get back to chat, trying not to die. I already died in the summit on challenging. That's just silly. That's just my not paying attention. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Again, more important things, people, to worry about. I see chats cruising along. I will get to your messages as quick as I can. If you are just joining, do me a favor, my friends. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button as well. If you are inclined, you can hit that join button. Love for you to be a part. We've already have one new member today. Can we get 2 more to make it 3? That'd be sick. But again, hey, yes, no, doesn't really matter. What matters is you are here hanging out. That's what I appreciate the most. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't have really the best position. I realize, like, usually for this, I could pick that up. There we go. I usually do a run and gun build for this location. Because, oh, hello, friends. Let's go back over here. Pop back down. Better use an armor kit. Yeah, it's funny because I'm hoping, depending on time, later today I should be putting out a video on some of my favorite... Oh, I'm about to die, man. Can we... Yeah, we're good. Some of my favorite control points to hit. And what a lot of people forget sometimes is the importance of the type of build you're running when you're hitting a certain control point. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't use a skill build here typically. Typically, I'm using a run and gun build, you know? A lot of people don't take that into consideration when they're doing certain things in the game. And that's something you definitely want to do. Like, I know at this point, I know where all the NPCs are coming from now. You know, I'm going to shoot that tank because I know if I don't, someone else will. I know they're going to be coming straight across the way. So this is a good vantage point. Where's everybody? All right, let's see. And I'll just sit right here, put this thing up. Where are all the NPCs? There they are. Well, no, that's the convoy. Why are they there? Where are the actual NPCs for this control point? So I think these are the things that drive people crazy, is that the game has been out for as long as it has, and there have been a lot of issues with bugs that have been prevalent since day one. I know I've talked to a lot of people who are dealing with constant PC crashes. You know what I mean? See, this is not part of the convoy. This is not part of the control point. This is part of the convoy, I think. I don't know where everyone went. I will figure it out in a second. Got this guy right here. He's part of that convoy. I called for backup. So they're here. That's not holding everything back. I don't know if there's going to be another wave of this convoy thing. See what happens. So if it says convoy cleared. Nope, we have one more wave coming in, which should be over there. Yeah, I don't know where everyone for the control point is. And that's something that happens too. People will spend all this time jumping into the game, you know, trying to clear something. And again, it could be something obvious I'm just missing. I may have to run maybe down the street a little to make them spawn. But those are the little things that turn people off from the game. And I think for a lot of us out there, and again, if you're just joining, I will get back to chat as soon as I'm done clearing this thing, if it ever happens. That's the stuff that I think we're disappointed in the most. And you have to understand there's been a ton of stuff going on, real world stuff going on. But I know for a lot of people, it's the bugs and the glitching. Are we done yet? What's going on? Where's everybody? Like, for real. Let's go exploring, shall we? So that's the convoy thing. But where are all the NPCs from? It says defend control point. I'm not crazy, right? Okay, the resource convoy has been cleared. All I need to do is pick up this stuff. Oh, no, it's over here. Whoops. But where are the NPCs for the control point? It says defend control point. I'm not out of my mind. Resource convoy is clear. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that makes me crazy. Where is everyone? Do I have to go? Maybe if I go down this way a little bit, we'll see what happens. Hello? Anyone? Bad guys. See, now I'm just getting further away from it. Let's try going left. See, I've got my friends there. I've called for backup. Everyone's chilling, hanging out. Is it just bugging out? I think it's just bugging out on me right now. Hey, do me a favor. Let me know in chat. I think this is just completely bugged. So I don't think the enemies are going to show up at all. I don't think I'm missing anything. Look, this guy's ready. He's ready to throw down. Check him out, man. Got the awesome hat going. I'm not going to shoot you, bud. He's ready. But no one's showing up to the party. I've called for backup. Again, I'm like out loud saying all the stuff. Okay, I've done everything I need to do, and there's no NPCs. Do I need this? It's not a bad bag. We're going to keep that one. Toss that. Guys, let me know in chat. Am I just crazy here? I'm just going to stand here because clearly no one's showing up. So I'm just going to hang for a sec. Let's get rid of some garbage. Notice I'm not at capacity. Well, I mean, almost not at capacity. Should we go this way? Elite Agent. Good to see you. Take care. Yeah, it's a bug. It happens often for me. Yeah, what's up, Saint Bo? What's up, kid? All right, so now I'm not going to defend this. I'm done. Like, I'm done with this. What a pain. All right, let's try fast traveling out and then fast traveling back to my squad. See if maybe they can run into some havoc while I'm gone. Maybe I'm intimidating the other NPC, and they're like, dude, we're not messing with you. If you're just joining, I will jump back in chat in 2 seconds. I'm just trying to find out why my no one's showing up to the party. There's no one. You take out that first wave of NPC at the control point. Wait, I think something's happening. They're running around like crazy now. Okay, so where are they? Did that do the trick? Do we have enemies? I see. Where are they running to? Guys, where are you going? Are they showing up or are they just... I don't see any movement whatsoever. I see them getting in position. They're ready to throw down, but I do not see anything on the map. Well, they got all antsy about something. I thought that might do the trick, but apparently not. Guys, where are you pointing? Who's over there? There's no one there. What are you doing? If I jump up here and let's see what happens. Anyone? It says there's conflict. There's no conflict. We're out. All right, I'm done with this. I am done. I'm going back to DC. We're going to finish that off. All right, let's get back to chat. So if you're just tuning in, hit a bug, couldn't finish a control point, which really sucks when you're starting off a new manhunt target and you're trying to get stuff done. You only have a certain amount of time to play. That happens. That does totally suck. Hey, if you're just joining the chat, just realize we're at 100 viewers right now. That's insane. Awesome. You guys are amazing. 70 likes. Do me a favor. If you're just joining, hit that like button. Hit that sub button as well. If you're inclined, you can hit the join button. Still trying to get to 100 likes before we actually get to 1 hour of the stream. We've got 2 minutes to get 29 more likes. Can it happen? Yeah, I did. I tried fast traveling. It didn't work. All right, let's scroll back up. And again, if I missed your chat, I'm going to try to scroll up and catch it. If I don't, it won't happen. Sorry, I'll do my best here. Okay, we said hi to JMC. What's going on, my friend? Scott saying it worked. I don't know whose farming method you work, but I'm going to assume it's mine. You're so welcome, buddy. You're so welcome. Could be someone else, but I will take the credit. Good morning. So I can drink a beer and actually got a 12% protection from elites when farming legendary or something. That's awesome, Desmond. I want those 13%ers. I think I'm just going to jump in the summit now because that thing, like when stuff... Hang on, let me get through chat and then I'll get back to my little rant about what just took place, which drives me absolutely nutters. Nutters. Just, it drives me crazy. It really does. Oh, wait, Sarah's saying you got the EB? Where'd that go? I just saw Sarah. Good morning, Sarah. Good to see you. Sarah got the EB. Congratulations, Sarah. It is going to change your life. It is such an amazing weapon. Such an amazing weapon. So much fun to use. Actually, I realize I haven't done a build on that either. I got to get my stuff together. Congratulations, Sarah. That's awesome. King's yelling, all caps. No, you were excited. I don't think that was a mistake. You're excited. That's awesome. So awesome. Yeah, you're gonna love using that thing. What's up, Wolfpack Gaming? Good to see you, my friend. Just playing catch up and trying to do my best. We've done a lot this morning. We've given relationship advice. We've had our first bug of the new manhunt target, which really sucks. I'll get into that in a second. Everyone is doing well. Trying to scroll down, see if I missed anything. Everyone's congratulating Sarah. That is awesome. Hello, Marius. Is it Marius or Marius? Like, I don't get to say Marius. You know, like I don't want to mess that up. Hello from Cape Town, South Africa. Hello, my friend. Hello from sunny California. Is it sunny out? It should be. Yeah, it's sunny out. Pretty nice out there today. Okay, let's keep trying to play catch up. I'm on it. Oh, we have a chat. There's someone who dropped a super chat in there. $5. Thank you so much, man. That was so kind of you. Appreciate it. Very, very kind. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get to your name in a second. Just trying to play catch up on chat here. Again, if I miss you, I do apologize. I will get there. People are saying, yeah, it's just a bug. I haven't hit a bug like that in a while. Like, I really haven't. I've been really lucky with this game. I rarely get dealt it out. I rarely get bugs like that, and it sucks when you do. But again, I'm on console. It's much smoother. Let's see what we got here. What were you saying, Wolfpack? Your wife's the same way. She doesn't play any video games, but she's very dedicated to her work, which is Red Cross. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Wow. That's amazing. Good stuff, my friend. That's what it's about. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm going to scroll back down towards the bottom. I saw the super chat, but I don't know who left it. Oh, there we go. Goodness, what's going on? Goodness is asking, and by the way, guys, again, it's a pain in the ass, but for me to, obviously, I'm not saying you need to do a super chat for me to see the question, but obviously, when you do that, I can see it. I wish it was another way. I do apologize. I got the Goodness asks, have you noticed lag in the game this past week? Enemies not loading mission points. Well, I just had that happen right now. Your theory is that it's updating the game and it's a bug in the game. Yeah, so I think every week something seems to happen. You know, I think that for a lot of us out there, what's up? Is it Andrel from Romania? Hello to you. Hope you're healthy and safe and everyone's doing well. Again, guys, thank you all so much for the support. So here's the thing. I personally think that, okay, none of these bugs are intentional, all right? So I think we can all agree on that. It's not lack of knowledge. It's not intentional. It's not like, dude, don't they care? Of course they care. Of course it gets them crazy. Why certain things set certain things off, I don't know. You know, this world is, it's an insane amount of work that goes into obviously putting out a game like this. And keep in mind as well, with the Division, they've had a whole huge changing of everything over there. Yannick is still there. Trick is still there. We have a handful of people still there, but there's a brand new team coming in. And I think what's happening now is they're revamping everything, you know? And I think because of that, unfortunately, a lot of these little things kind of fell by the wayside, these little bugs, things like that. No one likes them. No one wants them. The game is aware of them. I think they have to figure out a way to prioritize certain aspects to get these little bugs fixed because unfortunately for a lot of people, it's game-breaking stuff. A great example I can give, using a different game, and then we'll get to some legendary farming, because I'm going to get that mod, going to get that 13% protection from elites. I think for a lot of people out there, they're game-breaking issues that happen consistently. So if you were just watching a moment ago, I was playing in the, I was doing a control point, and the enemies never showed up. So I had to abandon the control point. Now let's say if I'm just starting off playing. I'm a brand new player. I'm jumping into the game. I'm trying to do something. And something like that happens. It's incredibly frustrating. And it puts me off from the game. You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing that make people, it drives people nuts. You know? It's one of those things where, what's happening here? Hang on. Give me a second, guys. Change setting, change difficulty, legendary. There we go. That's the kind of stuff that is going to make people not come back to the game. And that's what's frustrating the most. You know what I'm saying? So for me, an example I can give is, and I'll get to chat in a second. For me, an example I can give is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, Valhalla is a much different Assassin's Creed. It's unlike any other, and people like it or they don't like it, whatever it is. For me, hey, I always want to give a fair and balanced assessment of a game. It's not about my gameplay, it's about what you think of the game and all that stuff. I just give my opinions here and there. I've had nothing but game-breaking bugs in that game. Nothing. It crashes. Retta's shop doesn't work. If you're familiar with the game, vendor who's in the game never works for me. All these different things over and over and over. So I stopped playing. I want to play, but I stopped. I'm hoping Ragnarok is the fix I've been waiting for in regard to some bugs and stuff. I know people from day one that have played that game that have had zero issue whatsoever. So it's important to show both sides. You know, we were talking about PC crashing. This never crashes for me. Watch, it'll happen now because I said that. But this doesn't crash. So I may have an issue here or there, but the point is, I think that's where we feel let down as a community because we feel that certain quality of life improvements that we should have seen a while back weren't done. It's very important to remember, my friends, it's not because they don't want it done. It's because the ability to get things done. And understand as I say this, I'm not saying in a timely manner because it's, you know, some of these things have been out for some people since launch. But the point is, it just, I think that's what makes people crazy. It's like, dude, it's been a year. Why are these PC crashes happening? Or why does it seem like when one thing's fixed, another thing happens? You know, we were just talking about this week, there seems to be a lot of lag. I've noticed that too. I've noticed lag in the game. I've noticed issues with skills. I've noticed, skills not properly deploying the right way or just not responding at all. So there have been a few things here and there that I've noticed since the latest patch or since the season started. And I think that's where people are getting just a little tired. And I get that. And that makes total sense. So anyway. Once I clear this floor, I will go back to chat again. Would love to hear your feedback on all this stuff. Again, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button as well. If you have not, love for you to become a part of the family we got going here. It's all about working together, helping each other out, and trying to get, do not set down I hate on Legendary where they drop those things, because then you're stuck here for a minute, because he just keeps rehealing. What's great about Legendary, though, is they rush you, so hopefully, you're going to put another one down? Oh, you dick. This is not going to end well. We got a guy over here. Okay. See, now everyone's just healing everywhere. Where's our guy? There he is. Let's just focus fire on this nerd. Yeah, this one is not going to be one to clear. You know what? We're not even going to bother. That's one thing, too, is they'll put some of those health things down, whatever, stations in like 4 spots at once. You're like, yeah, I'm not taking you out. We're not going to bother here. All right, let me see what we got here with chat. Scrolling back up. Lady Conqueror, good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hit that like button. Thank you, lady. I appreciate the support. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Watching from England. Hello, Paul Cook. I'm on a mission to get Shade Watch to 1,000. Started playing again after 12 months break. So Paul is a perfect example of so many people who are playing this game right now. You just took a year off, and that's awesome. And the reason I say it's awesome for you is now's the time to jump back in. You don't want to just wait until the new content drops. You want to have some idea. Because if you imagine if Paul were to have gone from a year ago, which, I mean, I hate to say it, it's kind of exactly where we are now, but optimization, recalibration, things like that, learning that on a whole new level once we get, the expertise system and when we get, different changes to, our specialization revamp and things like that. So that's awesome. And a lot of people fall in that category. J-Mac, I'm just calling you Jay. Jay is saying, man, I'm so not happy that Summit is part of Manhunt. I've been farming floor 10 for days for the Bighorn. Don't want to lose that floor. You don't need to. So, honestly, you don't need to, man. Keep farming. Doesn't matter that it's part of the Manhunt at all. The Manhunt is going on forever. And so let's say if the thing to always remember when it comes to the Manhunt is the fact that, first of all, you could reset your Manhunt campaign anytime you want. But all that changes. So right now with Luna, I mean, you don't need to complete all this in the next week. Save the boss floor for like weeks from now, or after you get the Bighorn, then you reset the boss floor. Otherwise, don't bother. There's no rush to do it. You could finish the Luna League in 3 weeks from now, a month from now, 2 months from now. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It does not matter at all. So you shouldn't really, and I know it will help with progression in certain ways, but in other ways, I say just keep focusing, stay on floor 10. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'll finish and by the way, on a total side note, if you look at this list right here, and then I'll get back to chat, guys. If I'm looking at this list right here, most of these things I will do on normal difficulty. Pathway Park, I don't enjoy. I'm doing it on normal so I can just get through it. Wall Street, I'll do on heroic. The Tombs, I'll do on normal because I can't stand it. And then Coney Island Ballpark and the amusement park, I'm going to do on normal because I don't like running those. Then everything else I'll do on heroic for farming. I'll save the summit for last in case I want to farm like I am now for certain things in the summit. But again, dude, don't even worry about that, in my opinion. You said hello to Lady. You're trying to play catch up. What's up, Blue Lab? Don't get many Delta codes on this, but damn well do on Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Yeah, so for everyone, it's different. Like, I talk to people who love Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They've had 0 issues from day one. I talk to other people that still have a progression block from when the game launched. Like, literally from when the game launched, which was what, November of last year? No, November of 2 years ago? Everything is just jumbled. My point is it's been a minute since that game has been out. They haven't been able to get past like mission 8. And obviously they haven't played. They've uninstalled the game. And then what happens is this. How are you going to play catch up for 2 years and all this content and all this stuff? It's really over. So those are the things I know we all want to see get fixed. Again, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button as well. Trying to play trying to play catch up real quick. What's going on, Scott? Fix the bug, fast travel to main base, and then rejoin the control points. Ah, crap. Well, I missed that. So I can try that next time if I go, because I just went to a different mission. So if I go back to base, then rejoin, that might work. I will try that next time. Thank you. Leon is saying, because of mental health, I can't bring myself to play with other people. You know, it all depends on what you're doing. So for people who have, I have anxiety, I have stuff like that. And I think for a lot of people, just join a random group, find just go to matchmaking, join a random group, play, and then see if they drop any loot and just bail and just kind of build up slowly with that. Because most of the people, unless you're doing player versus player, that's a shit show. But if you're doing PvE, strictly, people working together and all that stuff, I think it'll be less intimidating. The other thing I recommend is if you're having, let's say, and I'm using the term anxiety, but whatever it may be, do not go into details. This is your life, obviously, but start off on a lower difficulty where it's more relaxed. Build up to higher difficulties. You know what I mean? Go into a group with a build you're comfortable with, and, just go from there, my friend. Jay. Gotcha, Jay. Right on, right on. So, so here's the thing, Jay. So here's how it works. The only time delay you have for Luna is that double XP, which chances are you're going to get within like a day or two because you get that double XP fast. So my point is this. The Luna League goes on for the entire season. The double XP is good for that first week of the league, or of the first week of that target in the manhunt, or until you get 15 shade levels and it turns off on its own. So you are totally good to go, my friend. I'm doing the manhunt on challenging for the PS4 trophy. Right on. Very, very cool. Liam, you got to go. Good seeing you. I hope I didn't miss you. I do apologize. Thank you, Lady Conqueror. Once again, hit that like button. All right, here we go. Robert is saying, when completing the manhunts, any benefit on keeping it in a certain difficulty, or is it just for farming targeted loot? Here's my opinion. When it comes to the manhunt, I have no desire to do it. In the sense of, if there's a league going on, I'm not looking for anything in particular in the game. Yes, there are a few items I'd like to see improved. Pretty much at this point, I'm farming for components. I'm farming for different, things I may need to upgrade weapons when the new content comes out. You know what I mean? So if I'm looking, at my character, the kind of stuff I'm farming for is, Where are we here? Resources. Uh, I'm farming for optimization materials. You know, I'm farming for materials you're kind of maxed out at, but I'm farming for different things. So that way, whenever we get that new content, I have whatever I may be looking for if I want to recalibrate something. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm focusing in on right now. But you're not getting any special weapon when you're redoing, you know, the seasons at all. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm doing the manhunt. I'm going to get this from this person or this from that person or whatever it is. Now, there are guaranteed loot drops in the seasonal reward track. Can those be affected by your difficulty? Possibly. But, you know, as far as completing certain things, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. Like, I just do it to check it off the list, and it's something to do. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. Again, I know people who just play on heroic or just play on legendary, and that's it. And again, to each his own. Like, that's all that matters. You play the game the way you enjoy it. For me, if I'm farming something, farming for something specifically, I farm on heroic. I hit a few control points. I hit the summit. I do whatever, you know. But as far as the actual season goes, or the you know, I don't think it matters. It's really up to you. If you want to just complete it just to mark it off your list, then yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll be doing half this stuff on normal just to check it off because I do not like running the tombs. I do not like running. They're just not enjoyable missions to me. Not that they suck. I think they're fine. It's just like, for me, it's like, oh, it seems like such a chore. Where's everyone? If you're just joining the stream, I will check chat again in a minute. Just trying to clear a floor. You know what I just realized? I'm running legendary. Oh, damn it. Not the legendary part. I didn't change my targeted loot. This guy's coming up pretty quick. Let's take them out. That's the one great thing about legendaries. They don't stay... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's got the drones? All right, we need to take out that named target real quick. There we go. Oh, good. A healing station. Awesome sauce. Oh, it's so frustrating. I got to deal with that thing. This is just not going well. It's just one of those. It's just one of those farming days. I'm telling you right now. It's just like, man, the game does not want me to succeed today. Let's take out that station right there. That'll help. Hate having to waste my time on that stuff. Plus, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, let's heal up again. Another. Oh, Lord. Look at me. I'm so scared. I'm just in a little ball. Terrified. That didn't go well. All right, let's get back to chat real quick. We're going to go back to the lobby, too. Yeah, you know, and that's the other thing, too, guys. There's certain days when you're playing, tell you right now, just everything goes sideways. Everything goes sideways. You're like, well, that sucked. All right, let's scroll back up. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. And other days I don't, like, I'll never die on legendary. Other, like, right now, it just happens. Let's see where we're at. St. Bo said, you want to see a game die from bugs? Outriders is the latest. What happened during the first 6 months was just garbage. 1 trillion%, St. Bo. That is a perfect example, a perfect example of potential in a game and the game dying. Now, let's say if, you know, they introduced like that big change, which was great, and I played for like a week, and I'm like, I'm done. Okay. You know, and I know they're going to be having something else come out, but I don't know if I'm going to jump back into the game. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? But the point is, stuff like that can kill a game. It can kill a game. Now, we're way past that with this game, but it makes it very frustrating. It does make people not return, which really sucks. Yeah, bugs can make or break the enjoyment as well. Scott, have a great day. Good to see you. As always, trying to play catch-up, guys. Again, if you're just joining, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button if you're new to the channel. We're at 92 likes. Let's keep this thing going. Try to get to that 100 like part. Let's see if we can pull that off in the next 10 minutes. I think we can. 93 likes right now. If you're just joining, I'm trying to play catch-up on chat really quick. Excuse me. Yeah, Sampo, you guys remember the damage bug and voice chat bug in Division 1 when it first came out? It broke PvP for a while. It did. So I think what they're trying to do, and the reason why they're so radio silent with certain things, don't want to get expectations a certain way, and more importantly, they want to make sure things are ready and actually locked in. There have been so many times, if we go back to Codename Nightmare, year ago, no, more than that. I don't even know how long ago it was. The point is, over a year ago, Codename Nightmare was supposed to be this new content coming into the game. It was going to be an apparel event. Everything got axed, except for the apparel event, which sucked. They weren't happy about that. They didn't want that. But it's better to axe something than to jump in and throw something that's going to be a bug-ridden mess. You know what I mean? And so for us, we're in that gray area where it's like, well, we don't want a bug-ridden mess, but we also want something new to do. Another example I can use is, just the summit. Now for me, I enjoy playing in the summit. When it first came out, I didn't enjoy it, but they made certain fixes over the first 6 months or whatever that took care of it. And people say, why don't they do that before launch? Pandemic people, all this stuff, whatever. The point is, it's better to have something fully ready. And even then, people will complain. I mean, let's be realistic with it. You know what I'm saying? People are still going to complain about stuff. I would much rather it be in a better place than in a not better place when it comes out. You know what I mean? So if they need to delay it, which they've done a few times, yeah, I'd rather see that than when it wasn't really ready, or then when it's not really ready. You guys know what I mean? Okay, so we talked about the difficulty, Robert. Answered the call the other day. Jay is saying he answered the call the other day. He said it was story Roosevelt Island. Turned out to be legendary. I've had that happen too. I answer the call and I have like my just complete crit damage build. I mean, it's just stacked for story mode, right? I have no armor. I'm just using glass cannon with like Lady Death. I have just nothing because I'm just ready to go in there and shred. And I'm dumped into the middle of a legendary mission. That's happened to me as well, which is really weird. That's so funny. Robert saying, I'm a completionist. Hi, my name is Robert. This is the only reason why I feel the need to complete it. I have an OCD with that kind of stuff. So do I. I mean, I'll tell you right now, with the last season, I mean, I waited until the final 3 days. I'm like, let's get all this shit done. So again, you do not have any rush whatsoever. And even if you don't complete it, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're not going to lose out on anything. Chances are you've already completed these first 4 seasons. Remember, season 8, it's just a replay of season 2. So whatever you got in season 2, which, by the way, I think season 2 came out in June of last year. So it's almost been a year. So we're playing a replay of something that's almost a year old. It's been a minute, guys. We're due some stuff, and I really think it is on the way soon. So we have a good morning, Jeremy. What's going on? Listening whilst playing. Hit same problem with Luna CP not completing and defending City Hall. Yeah, it's so frustrating, right? It's like, well, where is everyone? But you said you CP officer was AWOL, fast travel to the back. Okay, so that's it. So it's so from what Jeremy's saying. So everyone here, and someone mentioned this earlier. I apologize, I forgot whom. If you're doing a control point, and that second wave of NPC don't show up, you've called for backup, you've cleared the first wave, if they don't show up, and actually, let's go back and do that real quick. If that happens, just go back to your base of operations and go back to your crew, and that seems to fix it. So we are going to give that a shot right now. All right, are we caught up? All game are a mess these days. You know, I think what's happening, Free Radical, let's look at Battlefield 2042. Let's look at a lot of games, the launch of Cyberpunk, the launch of a lot of different stuff, unfortunately. And again, it is kind of the time we're living, but I sincerely hope. Now, let's talk about something really quick. We have a bunch of games last year, the people with it, Battlefield and Cyberpunk, which is a big letdown. Now let's flip it, go to the other side. I think this year is going to make up for all the shit we went through in the last 2 years with the pandemic, with people trying to, how can you even ship a game from working remotely? I don't think it can happen. Let's look at the last week. People are loving Destiny 2 right now, the new DLC. People are loving Horizon Forbidden West. Absolutely gorgeous, amazing, wonderful game. I'm playing that now. I absolutely love it. People are going ape shit over Elden Ring. So when games have the right amount of time, and I don't even want to say time, when they take whatever time they need to get it done and it's done right, then it's worth the wait. How long have we been waiting for Elden Ring? Does anyone know? When was out? Like, if someone, please let me know in chat. How long have we been waiting for Elden Ring? Now it's here. Now it's worth it. You know, Horizon Forbidden West, 5 years. We haven't been waiting for it. It's been 5 years since the first game out. The first game was amazing. The second game is just ridiculously beautiful. A few visual things here and there, little progression issues here and there for some people. The majority of everyone have finished it. Now they're trying to get their trophies and side quests and all that stuff. I'm taking my time with the game. But the point is, they took their time with it. There were delays, but I'd rather see those delays and have the game done right. Okay, Hugo, what is this? Hugo Stieglitz. Summit not on the map. Anyone apparently? No one can answer this. Okay, Hugo, hold up. You're on console. What's going on? Okay, so Hugo, do you have the Warlords of New York DLC? If you have it, the summit should be there as long as you've completed, I think, all of the main missions. So if you haven't finished the story, I don't know if the summit's going to pop up. So if you're in New York right now, and if you're at level 40, you should have, I think, completed, as long as you deal with Keener, and that mission's going to be Liberty Island. I think once that's cleared, you should be good to go. That could be your only progression blocker, I think. So check on that really quick. Bruce, what's going on? How's your day going? And what is your favorite build that you made, in your opinion? My day is good. I said Bruce. I'd say Bryce. I apologize, Bryce. My day is well. Thank you for asking. Hope yours is good as well. Favorite build, my Hunter's Fury Scorpio build. I'll show you really quick. I just love running it. You know, for me, I was always kind of a player who just used an assault rifle and a rifle and just, you know, headshot damage, stuff and cover, things like that. This is one of my favorite builds. 4-piece Hunter's Fury, one Memento backpack, not one Memento backpack, the Memento backpack. 1 piece of Badger Tough, so I get some shotgun damage. I just love it because it's just happens to be my favorite run and gun build. Another one I love is this skill build right here. 2 Hannah U3 Empress International Wyvern. I almost said Waveform. Wyvern. Got the Harmony rifle. Just a lot of fun to use. Great for skill builds. So it's a great skill build. Excuse me, in my opinion. Let me try to play catch up in chat, guys, and we'll go back to trying to take over some control points and not have that bug waste our time. Hugo, you are welcome. Let me know if that works. Oh, he wasn't in New York. Which it should still pop up on the map, even if you're... So check it out, Hugo, real quick. From DC, we're just going to do this to show you. If you're looking for the summit... Now, if you okay, so yeah, it just seems like you haven't done anything in New York yet. Is that what we're getting to? So yeah, so you have to go to New York and get the expansion. Once you've cleared the expansion, gets you to level 40, you're going to be able to see the summit from anywhere in the game. You know, obviously it is in New York, but again, if you haven't done that DLC, you're not going to be able to see the summit at all, and you will not see the manhunt at that point, I believe, either, because I believe the manhunt is tied to that DLC. Okay, here we go. Keto Ray, good afternoon from Holland. Tomorrow I'll be switching back from PC to Division 2 to Xbox because of all the game crashes on PC. You are not alone. I got to tell you, so many people are in that boat. And I think that's what sucks. So for those of you that play on PC, is it the anti-cheat thing that causes the crashing? Like, it just seems so prevalent. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, geez. Like, it just seems to happen to people all the time. And that, for me, would turn me completely off of a game. You know, clearly they don't want the crashing. Clearly they don't like it. I mean, it's not like, hey, let's make stuff. It doesn't make anyone look good. They're not happy with what's going on. They want it fixed. But is it that software that causes it to happen? Like, it's just crazy. Okay, Hugo, just haven't played it. Yeah, you got to play it, otherwise it won't show up. Now, one thing I want to remind you of, Hugo, first of all, if you're looking to get into the manhunt, you're going to play it anyway. Once you go to New York, you cannot leave New York until everything is complete, okay? So there's no going back to D.C. until you complete all the story in New York, which is what you want to do anyway. So you can actually get to the manhunts and just everything and the summit and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely want to jump into that, my friend. If you're looking to get through it quickly, I don't know, I'll give you what I did. So for me, and I think you have to actually initially, I think you have to do everything on story mode when you first go to the summit. I'm sorry, the summit. I think you have to do everything on story mode when you first go to New York. That made, and what I was going to say, recommend doing it on the lowest difficulties. You can rip through it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the capacitor is awesome. And the memento. Without a doubt. So yeah, it's definitely worth a grind, buddy. Jay's been using my Foundry Scorpio build for Summit. You are very welcome. I love that build too. I don't use that enough in a Summit. I definitely need to. Definitely need to. If you're just joining again, do me a favor, my friends. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button as well. If you are new to the channel, if you are inclined, you can also hit that join button if you like. Become a member of the brigade. We already have one new member this morning, which is insane. Thank you guys so much for the incredible support you show the channel. It's unreal. Like, it really, really isn't. You guys are just awesome. Like, sincerely, you guys are absolutely amazing. Hugo, we are happy to help out. That's what we do here. Just started to build that skill build, and it's sick. Yeah, this skill build, fully, it gets the job done. Like, it's awesome. And it's not even fully maximized. Well, this one's pretty lit. Like, for instance, right here on this one, excuse me, as I lose my voice. I don't need that explosive resistance. I don't need that. I wish that was, skill haste. That'd be better. But when this one dropped, it, you can only change one thing, when you recalibrate something. And I'm like, well, I'm going to re-roll the talent because that way I can put glass cannon. I could do something else if I wanted to. So had to make that call. But yeah, even without it being totally maximized, I do like it. And remember, because you're using... if you're using, the technician specialization, one of your cores can be weapon damage. And again, the skill damage does most of the stuff anyway, but it's still good to have. Let's make sure we're caught up, and then we're going to run to that control point really quick. Free Radical saying, since update from 12 to 13, the crash was introduced. Since then, it keeps happening now. That's why you stopped playing. Okay, so Saintbow is saying, I don't have the crashes folks are reporting on PC. I wonder if it is a third-party app running like recording screen capture platform. Yeah, so that's it. I don't know. I don't know. Young, thank you for the congrats on the 25K. Yes, we did hit 25,000 subs the other day. We just cracked 25,200 subs. Guys, it's amazing. I appreciate you all so much. So much. Again, if you're new here, feel free to hit that sub button. Okay. Excuse me. Get some water really quick. Yeah, to answer your question, Saint Bo, I don't know. I mean, I think that's one thing is people can't figure out the pattern. That's the one thing I love about consoles. Excuse me for a sec. One thing I love about consoles is the fact that you get what you get. You know what I mean? There can be so many different rigs you can put together with a PC, which can have so many different, determining factors. So for me, just saying, well, I'm on Xbox, derp, that's it. I'm done. I don't have to worry about any of the other crap or any updates. Or it seems to me for PC users. So I have a gaming PC, which I just use for, really just for the PTS, for the Division. So I bought a gaming PC, and not only that, for streaming and stuff like that. But the point is, it seems like every month, it's like the new iPhone. It's like the new phone coming out. It seems like you always have to upgrade. Am I right? And I guess you can get a certain, graphics card or whatever that should be good for a while, but from everything I've heard, it's like you always have to update that thing because games continuously get better and better, and because of that, you're constantly needing to get better and better gear. You know what I mean? So I was curious what you guys if you play on PC, if that's the thing. That's what for me one reason why I really enjoy playing on console, because there's just certain things I don't have to worry about. Yes, the frame rate is better. I am an Xbox Series X, which is absolutely amazing in every way. I love it. I love it. I love it. But at the same time, you know, I know frame rate's going to be faster on PC. I know other things are going to be faster on PC, but I'm cool with what I have. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty decent. But again, I might not realize how much I'm missing out on. So there's that too. I just like the whole one-stop shop thing. It's like, oh, Xbox, derp, you're done. I know NPCs are coming from this other side too. Watch, I mark my words, that gas can is going to be the life of me. Someone is going to come strolling up and shoot it, and then I'm going to be on fire. I didn't even want to use a skill build again. I just put myself through this whole thing. If you're just joining, I will get to chat in a minute. Oh, I'm about to get hit by that lawnmower thing. Told you, gas can. You cannot shoot the gas can turret. I appreciate your effort, but this is not going well. Yeah, just days where it just, you know, when farming just isn't, it's just not happening. Got this guy over here. Yeah. Everyone from over there. We'll focus on these. Oh, good. We'll open up some caches next, too. Let's do that. You know what? We're going to move. We're going to move shop real quick, because I know NPCs are dropping out of here. Let's heal up. Hopefully this thing will clear. Or hopefully it actually doesn't. Well, not that it doesn't, but if we run into that bug again, now I know how to fix it, which is good. Where are we going to... I didn't even call for backup yet. Where's that going? There we go. Take care of that. Yeah. I just cannot pick the right spot today. Of course, my drone is down and my turret's on the floor over that. Why am I firing with this weapon and not the capacitor? Oh, Lord. All right. It's just, I didn't even call for backup either. Yeah, it's one of the, just having that day where I'm like not hyper focused. All right, let's get back to chat real quick. Let's focus on what's important, which is you, my friends. I'm like, meh. And this is like the kind of day where it's like, I don't really feel like playing the game. You know, I want something new. I want something new to do, you know. Jay saying his brother has nothing but issues on PC. Yeah, that can get you. Bryce said, you have an idea for the Bighorn build, but I'm missing the main thing. The Bighorn keeps avoiding me in the summit. Yeah, it's really hit or miss sometimes. It's really, really hit or miss. Jerry L, thank you so much. Keep in touch, man. We'll definitely chat soon. Try to get you Lady Death without a doubt. Just saw someone else. Press X to start. What's going on? Good to see you, my friend. He's saying he prefers, prefer just buying a PlayStation and being good to go for about 5 or so years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I mean, for me, you know, I had the Xbox One, I had the Xbox One X, and got the Series X, which is obviously the next gen one. Lucky enough to get a PlayStation 5 of one of those two. Next gen systems seem pretty damn good to me, and I don't deal with a lot of the issues. And again, even when I had this just on my Xbox One X, didn't really have any issues with it either. You know, of course there were some Delta issues here and there initially, you know, when the game first came out, when a lot of people were dealing with it. But other than that, it was pretty smooth. You know what I mean? Johnny on the spot is asking, anyone have all maxed out stats in the recalibration library yet? I'm not quite there, but I'm getting close. Yeah, from my library, I'm getting close too. I never made weapons a priority. And by the way, a dead game doesn't have this many people just hanging out, you know. I mean, anyway, whatever, guys. We're going to get a bunch of good shit. Don't worry about that. Okay, recalibration library. For me, So I have all of my gear stuff maxed out. It's the weapons where I'm slacking. Like the marksman rifle, the core attributes are done. Attributes, I need 6 more talents extracted. LMGs, a bunch of stuff to do there for the talents, one thing for the attribute. Here, pretty much good for SMGs because I use those primarily. And I think you're going to find yourself pulling more stuff when you're actually paying attention, you know? But as far as maxed out, I mean, only 4. Like if my SMGs, only 4 things are maxed out. Because when I get a god rolled item, I'm keeping it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I am bad at is actually we'll work on that real quick. Let me go back to chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. We'll open up a few caches. We'll try to see if we can add some stuff to the library. You know, I'm so used to not paying attention to certain stats if it's not a god rolled item, where I just break it down without actually looking to see if it could benefit me. Which I know I need to get better at that. I need to focus on that library without a doubt. See nothing there. And we'll go over a few tips with that in a minute as well. Let me just finish this little project. Close on those, but not really. Yeah, because with my God rolled stuff, I'm not tossing anything yet until we get the new content. I don't need that. I do have a Grupo bag that I can use. Plus, recalibration costs so much. Or optimization, excuse me, is way too expensive. Way too expensive. So we're going to open caches in a second. Let me get to chat real quick. Again, if you're just joining, do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button as well. Would love for you to be a part of the gaming family. If you're inclined, you can hit that join button. I put a link at the top. Already had one member join today, which is awesome. Appreciate you guys so much. So NBDY is saying, when y'all have crash, when the crash happens to you, do you have Chrome open? That's the only thing I can think. That's the only thing. Oh my God, I can't even talk right now. When the crash happens, do you have Chrome open? That's the only thing I think we can all have in common with the anti-cheat crash. So yeah, I don't know. Dubs to 75, what's going on? Again, that's why for me it's just so much easier on console. But again, I know you're missing out on certain quality things, but you know, I'm okay with it. Good to see you, Dubsta. What's up, Ardwin? Happy you're here. Thanks for swinging by. J-Mac, Jay, you have everything maxed out. You're a legend, my friend. Yeah, I'm missing a few things here and there. Well, I guess more than a few things here and there. You know, I have most of them, but a lot of them aren't maxed. But I haven't really focused on that. So let's try to see if we can max out. Ooh, exotic caches. All right. What was that thing? Someone kept saying, and it's, watch it'll actually happen. If you're holding a certain exotic, that's what you get from the cache. Guys, it's not true. Now, if it happens, that's just silly luck, but it's not the case. It's not the case. Watch, it's Lady Death. Ninja Bike. I haven't used those in a minute. I don't think I've ever put the build together on Ninja Bike knee pads. Again, hey, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I put on Lady Death. I get 2 Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads. You guys remember the Ninja Bike backpack from the first game? How sick was that? We need that. That was one of the baddest pieces of gear, without a doubt. That and Barrett's chest piece. Oh, the good times we had. Some people are asking, what am I doing with exotics right now? If I'm maxed out with my exotic components, I'm keeping the exotics till the new content drops. Just in case they increase the amount of components we have. I don't want to just give crap away. You know what I mean? Because right now, if I break down those 2 exotics, if I go to my inventory, I break down these 2 knee pads, I don't get anything in return. So for me, I'm going to move them to the stash. That way I don't, you know, I have them just in case. Brian, oh, it's good. Patriot is good. Yeah, wait, save the cache. Yeah. Oh, save the cache to be in a group. Crap. That was a good call. Well, you know what? The good news is just the Ninja Bike knee pads. So hopefully those weren't something you were looking for. My bad. But yeah, what I need to do is I need to make sure that, let's see if we get anything from the clan caches. Young is saying, I love the Scorpio Hunter's Fury build. It's so, yeah, it's so much fun running and gunning with the armor regen. It's so awesome. Yeah, Brian, Ninja Backpack was totally OP in the first game. So good. So good. Absolutely love that thing. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we're just going to crack all these, see if we get firearms. Let's see if we get anything decent that I can add. Baker's Dozen, Caesar's Guard, Hunter's Fury, System Corruption. See, and this is all stuff I have. So hopefully what I'm hoping for is something that I can actually move to my recalibration library. With a Harmony. Oh, that's a monster. I must be at that point in the season where that dropped. Mechanical Animal. Bunch of other stuff. All right, let's see what we got here. Can we add anything to increase our library? Now, for those of you wondering, and I'm sure most of you who are watching already know this, but those little lines right there, if you look over at swap speed, you see the little triangle, the white one? That represents where my recalibration library is with that attribute. So clearly in my library, I have something that is stronger than that. What I'm going to do, what I do at least, is I mark everything as junk that I know I'm not going to keep. Okay? So I'll scroll down, mark this stuff as junk, and I go through each and everything. Like right here, crit hit damage can be improved. Now the reason I'm marking it as junk is when I go to my library, I don't accidentally get rid of something I may want to keep. I do not break anything down until I get to the recalibration, library itself. Caesar's Guard I have. Just keep cruising down. Again, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button as well. See if we can get 15 subs from this stream too. That'd be awesome. Hello. Now, do I have... Okay, I don't need this. Weapon damage, weapon handling. It's a pretty sick holster, I think. You know what? We're gonna hang on to that one. That's a mighty fine holster right there. Mark that as a favorite. I cannot stress that enough, my friends. Make sure we're not gonna touch those. Anything here I do not need. Here we go. Keep cruising down. I'll check chat in a second. Otherwise, I don't want to mess anything up. Don't need this. Remember those Skittles rolls? Remember the longest time everyone was just getting drops like this, where it was just weapon damage, armor regen, and skill haste, and everyone was losing their shit? Trying to put a build together. Can't get anything with two of the same attributes, and they had to do a whole fix for that. Oh, there's another one right there. Oh, the stuff we forget about, my friends. Okay, so let's see what we have going here. So everything, oh, handguns. Garbage. Okay, I think we're good. So now what you do is you're going to go over to your recalibration library. Everywhere there's a green triangle is somewhere we can improve. And as you can see, I've got nothing to improve except for shotgun. One attribute can be improved. My crit hit damage. It's going to show it. Now remember, the second you pull that attribute out, the item is destroyed. So make sure you know what you're doing, hence marking it as garbage before you actually do it. At least that's what I do, you know. And then everything else, deconstruct it, get all this stuff. And again, I'm trying to hang on to as much as I can until that new content comes out. And then what I'll do is I'll go over to my stash, inventory, knee pads, and I'll bounce these over to the stash so that way I don't deconstruct them, because I want to make sure I get something for them. You know, it drives me crazy. Exotics are not easy to get in this game, so I want to make sure you don't actually just break them down just to break them down. Go back chat really quick, see how we're doing over here. Any questions you guys have, please let me know in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think's going on? What do you think about the whole NFT thing? What are your thoughts on that? For me, well, hang on. Let's see if we've got anything so far. You have 30. Oh my gosh, Dubster, you have 30 Pestilence in your stash from the DZ. That's insane. Wolfpack Gaming says, I'm working on a new sniper build with the Nemesis. What do you recommend? Perfect Chain Killer or Perfect Focus? I personally say Perfect. So with Chain Killer, once you hit that first headshot, you're lighting them up nonstop, right? Got to get that first headshot first. So what I do with the Nemesis, because of the way the weapon fires, the first target I go for is a red bar. Because I know I can take out... Look, with that weapon, it's so tanky. I mean, you can... Tanky. I mean, it's just a machine. So you know for a fact you can take out any red bar with that weapon. You can take out mostly any yellow bar with that weapon, unless it's a named. However, if you proc that headhunter talent with a red, purple, or let's say a regular elite NPC, then you go to the named enemy, you're pretty much one-tapping everything. You know, when you, let's go to the firing range. Let's test this out. Test this bad boy out right now. How about that? And I'll just put just a rando build together for it. This won't be optimized for anything. But again, I would use Sawyer's knee pads if you have them, because you're going to be in cover with this sniper build, because it does take a minute to fire. I'm more of a fan of Chain Killer, to be honest with you, because what I do is I take out one NPC, a red bar, purple, and then focus on the big ones. Gamer for Life saying, I'm stashing some of my exotic to name caches. So here's the thing. From what I've heard and from my own experience, if you stash those, it's going to be the same stuff as it was when you first got them. From what I understand. Like, I've never seen, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys know of this happening, I'm going back to previous, major title updates where I know I hung on to certain ones to get different gear, like hoping it would drop, and it didn't. But again, I mean, I guess it can't hurt. You can hold on to it, especially if there's nothing you're looking for. Like, I mean, the thing is, if there's nothing you're trying to get, hang on to it. You know what I mean? It can't hurt to try. But I'm not sure if that actually works. I think I've tried it before. I don't remember. If you guys have tried that, if you hung on to named caches, exotic caches, what we're referring to is this. So let's say in the next update, there's a brand new weapon and it can only come from a named cache. What Gamer for Life is saying, well, if I hang on to my named caches now, maybe when that new weapon comes out, there's a chance it could be in one of those named caches. Now, I think whatever items are in there already. It's pre-coded, predetermined. It doesn't just change as you open it. It's already, like, whatever's in there is in there. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I don't think it's going to change, but from my experience and from what I've heard, it doesn't. But hey, it can't hurt. Who knows? You just have stuff stacking around. Keep it, man. Yeah, Chain Killer is better. I think so too. I think so as well. But let's check it out real quick. Identity Games, everyone, listen right now. Legend in the building. Identity is a channel. Just started another one. Identity Games. Do me a favor. Talk about just an awesome human being. Just so great with the community. He's developing a game right now. The guy's just insane. It's a machine. He's just absolutely amazing. Please do me a favor. Right now, you can leave this stream and go to his channel, Identity Games. First of all, go to every one of his channels. He has Identity Games as well. Sub to that channel. Check out what that guy's doing. Support him. He's an awesome, awesome individual. He and I have chatted a few times. We got to chat this week, man. Things have been nuts. I mean, granted, we were supposed to chat this weekend, but, the family hijacked me, which was awesome. We spent the day at the beach and in the city. It was great. But the point is, as I get sidetracked, support this guy. Community first. Cares about individuals. Puts out some of the best builds, the best content, the best discussion videos. As I mentioned with his new channel, Identity Games, he's actually developing a game. It's amazing to see. I can't say enough good things, honestly. Definitely check him out. I'm sure if you're subbed here, you're subbed to him, but if not, you need to make sure you do that. Like, absolutely awesome. Happy to have you here, my friend. Wonderful to see you. For those of you just tuning in, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button as well. Beep, 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 beep. Brian Massey says the Dodge City Gunslinger holster is better. I've never used that weapon. You know what? Maybe that's what I should do. I should put together a Dodge City build. Let's see what we have. Trying to play Dodge City Regulus build would be sick. I don't have the Regulus set. I almost have the Regulus. We're getting close. Okay, so in every stream, I was going to say this at the beginning. Every stream, Lion King, Simba, as he's known, always tells me something isn't marked as a favorite in my inventory. And it's usually, the Eagle Bear or the Bighorn or, in this case, a Liberty. And the first, I make myself sound like an asshole, but The first 3 or 4, maybe 5 times, he got me. I'm like, what? It's not? Like, I'm not joking, guys. It's not like once or twice. I'm like, meh, okay, whatever. No, like 3, 4 times. I'm like, oh no, I got to go check. Now, I just don't believe it. And here's what's going to happen. One day it's not going to be marked as a favorite, and it's going to break down. But I refuse to look, King. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Trying to play catch-up, guys, with chat. Again, identity. Make sure you check out his channel. The guy is an absolute legend. And like I said, just a good person. See, okay, I'm getting on a tangent here, but you guys can deal. For me, this game, those of you that are here who can make the stream, content creators like Identity, this is what separates this game from any game I've ever played before. It's the community behind it. And in my mind, he represents exactly what this community should be. People who try to help each other out, putting together videos that are, intended for that purpose. To help you, tackle certain things you haven't been able to tackle in the game. To help you understand certain reasons why people run certain builds a certain way. To also show you that you can run shit totally sideways and still get the job done if you enjoy it. And you can hear the enjoyment from him. You can see how much he supports and cares about the community. So again, definitely support him, without a doubt. Very, very good dude. All right, let me see if we can get back, if I can try to play catch up. We have Rowdy here. What's going on? Good to see you, Rowdy. Nicole, what's going on? Good to see you. Trying to play catch up, everyone. I'm doing my best. You are also wonderful and overwhelming. Perfect focus on your rifle build, more than glass cannon. Not a huge fan of glass cannon. I just die too much. Hence my doing it. What's up, Geraldine? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's with the new name? What do you mean? Long overdue? Oh, you mean, wait, what do you mean with the new name? Well, for Identity or for which one? Whose new name? What you talking? What are you talking about? All right, good to see everyone. Are we caught up? Sergeant, did you know that you can change your inventory from a straight line to a grid where you can see everything a whole lot better? I can't look, man. I can't know about that. I'll just get overwhelmed. I'm a very simple person. Okay, so let's throw something together. Let's, okay, so what were we doing? We're doing the Nemesis, correct? Where is that bad boy? Ooh, it's a beaut. Well, I can't because I have the Lady Death equipped. All right, hang on. Give me a sec. What do I not have a... Here, we'll just take this. Ooh, I love this build. This is my... Liberty. Hey, I wonder if it's marked as a favorite. Look at that, Lion King. It is. Tell you what, kid. All right. Anyway, let's put together a build, people. All right, so let's just move this. We can put that there. Let's get the Nemesis in here. I know I want Sawyer's knee pads, but you don't need Sawyer's knee pads. You can do this with something else. Mask. What should we go? Let's go. I think I'll go to Araldi. Chain killer or perfect chain killer. It doesn't really matter. I like stacking headshot damage everywhere I can with a build like this, because clearly you're aiming for the dome the whole time. Do we go Gruppo? Crit hit damage? No, let's go damage to armor. I need another Araldi. Let's see where I have one. Yeah, you can, for this, you have a bunch of different options. I'm going right here with Providence because it has Vigilance on there. You're not going to be taking too much, damage. You can also go the named version if you have it. Now, the only difference, look, it's right here. The gift is a great bag, don't get me wrong. Regular Vigilance increases total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. The only difference between this and the named version, the weapon damage is the same. The only thing different is a 1 second cooldown. So if you have this, you're going to be just fine. Ideally here, I'll put another Araldi if I have one in my... Do I have to go to my stash? Oh, what a pain. Do I have an Araldi here? Why am I using this one? That was silly of me. Hang on. Let's get, I don't even think it matters, to be honest with you. Our bag is good. Let's see what we have. Anything decent here. There, we're just going to use this. Pull that over. Just to put something together really quick. Again, this weapon is just, it's a monster. Let's go to, where is it? There we go. We get that extra headshot damage. And again, this is not even maximized. I'm not even going to bother putting mods in it. Let's roll over here. Create new with that thing. That way we did not lose our other build. And that's one thing people forget. So even though I just did that, I never saved it under, you know, where, it doesn't matter, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. Oops. We go back to chat real quick. Chat that. If you're just joining, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button as well. If you're inclined, you can join as a member. We have one new member of the brigade. Can we get 2 more before this bad boy ends? I think I'm going to go for another, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. I don't know. We'll see what happens. What time is it now? It's 11 my time. I don't think I have to go anywhere for a minute. Keep this going. We're all doing a Nemesis in Dodge City. That's awesome. Nemesis is OP. It's insane. You're absolutely right. Oh, no, you know what? So for a while, so I do still do Sergeant Greybeard, but the thing is this, is like, so I've been, let me get some water real quick. It's always been, it was Sergeant Greybeard initially, and the channel took off. I love Sergeant Greybeard. That's my moniker. That was never the intent for the channel to be just Sergeant Greybeard. It was always going to be the Gaming Brigade. What happened was everything took off so fast, I didn't know how to keep myself in the all this crazy, stupid YouTube shit, basically, what it boils down to. So there was a transition period where it was Sergeant Greybeard, then it was Sergeant Greybeard - the Gaming Brigade, and now it's just the Gaming Brigade, which I don't know if I'll keep or I'll go back to Sergeant Greybeard / the Gaming Brigade, but the Sergeant Greybeard stuff is always going to be there and all that. So yeah, there's not like, I'm not going through like midlife crisis or anything like that. We're good people. This is all long term. You know what I mean? This is all like the long term thing. So we're good. I promise. Okay, let's see what we got. Jacob 24. What just happened there? Did I get bumped? What's that guy's problem? Jeez. What's going on, Jacob? Jacob 24. Another amazing just a creator, good dude, good person. It's just this community kicks ass. That's all. All right, trying to play catch up. Bear with me. Yeah, that's true. Go 2-piece aces and eights. That's another thing too. Again, yeah, that's what I should be doing. What am I doing right now? And you can do an aces and eights build. It's really up to you. That thing, it's insane. But I'm just going to do something really basic here. One of the best things about this game is there are so many different ways you can run a build. You know, the aces and eights gear set, incredibly powerful, which is absolutely awesome. I'm just throwing something together really quick, but again, you combine, that's one thing I love about this game. It does have a lot of build diversity, and there's going to be so much more when we get that new content as well. That to me is what's really exciting, especially because you can have, you know, there's going to be a specialization revamp. There's going to be an expertise system. You can customize so many different things in so many different ways. That's why I really think this month they've got to give us some information, right? I mean, they have to. I want to get more of those, you know, intelligence annex write-ups so we know what's going on in the game. Oh, man, so much stuff. All right, let me see where we're at. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch up. Yeah, King saying, why don't you use 3 pieces of aces and eights, Fox's prayers, 2 pieces of Heraldry? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have an answer for that. I'm just throwing some random stuff together. I mean, that's the thing. You can completely and totally do something different in this game. Now, again, there are certain things that are going to obviously maximize your build. But even if you have a build that's not, let's say, fully maxed out, you can still, you know, get the job done. Or if you like running one thing one way or one another. So now we have Headhunter procced. And I don't know if I can one-tap this. Yeah, we can. So any named enemy on Heroic is going to be capped at whatever that number is right there. Was that 19 mil? Yeah, even though we're probably hitting harder than that. So you don't need to hit more than 19 mil on a named enemy. Now, if the named enemy does have a helmet on, yeah, you're going to have to pop that first. But again, well, it's right in my face. But again, without this build being maximized in any way, without it being a quote-unquote even proper build, I mean, I don't even have mods I don't even have mods in this thing, I don't think. You know, and not only that, if we, let's do this. Let's switch it up. Let's dump these. I don't know if we can, I think if I were to switch to Fox's Prayer, I don't think I can hit as hard with this, but I think I can still one tap. And again, let's go back to that build. This build is just, I mean, this is not how you want to put the build together at all. You want aces and eights. You want to get that extra marksman rifle damage. You want other aspects to it. But even with the build being quote unquote wrong, I mean, look at my skill. I mean, yeah, So let's see if we can do some more damage. Make sure, yeah, nothing's procced now. We're gonna have to do. I don't know if we're gonna be able to crack 19 with this. I don't know if we can. Oh, it's right in my face. I guess so. 19. There we go. So even without Sawyer's, you're still able to hit that 19.7, let's call it 19.8 mark, and one-tap these things. Gosh, my timing is so slow. I'm like, yep. That's what makes this weapon amazing. It is a grind to get. I've heard people are getting it just out of caches. Like they're not having to actually farm for it, farm the pieces. Is that true? Has anyone just gotten a Nemesis from an exotic cache without going through all those steps? I'm curious to see that or hear about that. Yes, headshot damage is not multiplicative. It's addictive. When you're one-tapping those guys, oh, Lord, it's beautiful. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So again, to be clear, we're on heroic difficulty. We have named enemies. That max stat you're going to hit to one-shot, one-tap these guys is 19,789,226. Now, when you see that number, it also puts in perspective. That's playing solo, okay? So I'm a solo player in this game at this moment. Always remember the level. Always remember the scaling. That's why certain things do come into play. So that's why being very specific with a build is important, because you want to think, are you in a group? I can't load out because I'm in a combat. I'm in a shooting range. How is that combat? Always remember with certain builds, when it comes to things being multiplicative, when it comes to certain things stacking, that is going to have an impact when you're playing on your own, when you're playing solo, things like that. So that's why you hear so many people say, do this instead of that. It really does depend on what you're actually doing in the game. All right, let me try to play catch up with chat. Where are we at? Blue Lab. I didn't notice that the channel name had changed. See, that was the point. The point where it's so gradual. Here's something for you guys. If you go to my channel right now, that logo, I'm actually going to my channel right now to make sure. So the logo that you see in the middle of the channel, where it's the me, arms crossed, you know, and it says the Gaming Brigade. Did any of you notice about 4 months ago, maybe a little more, that used to say Sergeant Graybeard, but I changed it to the Gaming Brigade? Now the channel was still Sergeant Graybeard, but it was that little logo changed underneath. It's a gradual thing, right? You don't want to freak anyone out. You don't want people to think like, oh, all of a sudden you're not, dude. No, that's not. I'm thinking. Again, I have a 10-year plan for the channel. To be honest with you, this hitting 25,000 subs was my 5-year plan. So everything is getting all wonky here. It's insane. And I've built this channel. We've built this channel. I can't say we, the community, you. Creators have helped me do this. This channel has been built on a quote-unquote dead game. So I have 25,000 subs. Now, I've covered a few other games, but 98% of my subs are from this game. Think about that. On a dead game, we've created this because of what we're trying to do. Toxic-free gaming environments, stuff like that. As I cover more and more, I wanted the Gaming Brigade to be a hub. It's not about an individual. It's not about Sergeant Graybeard. It's about, this is a hub where we get together and stuff like that. So again, nothing is changing. But I'm curious to see how many of you noticed that logo changed. I went back and watched a video 3 or 4 months ago, and even the neon, you know, the which everyone loves, that opening sequence in the videos, that used to say Sergeant Graybeard in neon, and now it says the Gaming Brigade. And again, that was changed I don't know, it's a gradual thing. 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So I'm curious. How'd you notice that, my friends? All right, the two we have here. Headshot damage. Yeah, okay, we said that. We got there. Trying to play catch up. You guys are so awesome. So Dubsta just brought up a great point. Let me have a sip of water. I have to have a sip of water. Otherwise I start sounding like Sean Connery. That was lousy. It must be better. It must be better. Your best? Yeah. My voice isn't scratchy enough to really do it. That kind of sucked. Please don't judge me on that. All right. Back to chat. Excuse me. Dubsta saying, Dubsta75. For PvE, there is a lot of build diversity, not so much for PvP, and that's a problem. Everyone's going to be running certain, and again, look, I'm saying this as someone who's never really been a PvP player at all, because of hacking and glitching and all that shit. As someone who doesn't even play PvP, I know you guys got the short end of the stick with this game. I'm hoping that it actually gets the attention it deserves when they make all of these big changes. I really, really do. Rogue is saying the only problem with using a sniper build is the constant movement of the enemies and the rushers force you to cover. Yeah, so I typically only use sniper builds if I'm in a group. Otherwise, it's I'm either run and gun, skill, or, a rifle build, rifle AR build. One of my favorite things to do. In fact, I was going to put out a build later today. I may not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow's about Horizon Forbidden West. I'm doing 2 videos on that, or at least 1 video on that. I may do a Horizon video. Actually, I take it back. I will put out a build video later today, or tomorrow will be a Horizon video in the morning, build video in the afternoon. But I'm going to do an old school assault rifle build. Just something for people to just throw on and have fun regardless of group, solo, or whatever it is. With like an M1A and, either the Carbine 7 or, I love, like one weapon I love in this game that I don't think gets enough love. Hang on, let me find this thing real quick. Is that SIG 556? I think that's what it is. Let's go to the stash. Like I've got to go through. I've got to go through all this stuff. Where is that beast? This, by the way. Oh, I can get rid of this. I have a better one in my inventory. Where's that? This beast right here. Look at this thing. I got to put that in my inventory. Now you can't see it because I put it in my inventory. Let's go there real quick. Then I'll get back to chat, guys. Don't think I forgot you. If you're just joining, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button as well. I love this weapon. I used to just roll with this and an M1A. And the reason I choose the M1A over Baker's Dozen is because with the M1A, you can put on Boomerang. Crit hits have a 50% chance to return the bullet to the magazine. If a bullet is returned to the magazine, the next shot has 40% increased damage. It's like my perfect, it's such a nice balanced build for solo or group. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So I'm going to put something together like that either today or tomorrow. Sheepity-pity. Yeah, Lion King. So here's the thing. Firing range isn't always accurate, which is kind of a shame, which is very, very true, So what I recommend doing, and one thing you'll hear me say in all of my videos, is anytime... Oh, Kamikaze Von Doom is here. Everyone, stop what you're... every time I see stop what you're doing, I just think of Digital Underground. Anyway, Kamikaze Von Doom, Legend is in the building. If you are subbed here, you're already subbed to his channel. But if you're not, you're out of your mind, and you need to take off and go sub to his channel. The guy is, again, another legend. Hello, VidGirl. Did I say hi, VidGirl? I don't think I said hi, VidGirl, yet. Hello, VidGirl. Good to see you. Bandit, what's going on? Bandit says, and I'll get back to Von Doom in a minute. You guys know I could rant about him for a minute. Where did he go? When did you pop into chat, bro? I don't even see you. Where'd you first jump in here? Oh, man, I'm way behind. I'm doing my best, people. Just bear with me. There we go. We will get the Regulus. Wait, but he popped in before that. I made it. Hello, my friend. Hello to you. Good to see you, Von Doom. Always a pleasure. Always an absolute pleasure. Identity. Have I tried the Regulus Chain Killer? No, don't have it. Got to get it soon. Hey, Identity, you, me, and Von Doom, we need to raid together. Let's make it official. Let's get something going, people. Let's do that. I need a raid carry. Here's where I'm at with getting the Regulus. Hold up. What am I doing? It's too much pressure. There are too many legends in the building. I'm freaking out. Here's where I am, right? So this is what I need to get done. I think from what Von Doom said, I just have to do like one more run and I'm good, right? Can't I pick up all this crap on the next run? Do we do a run? I think, I mean, I can't right now because I got to do, stupid grown-up shit, but we got to make it happen, Captain. I think I'm good after this. So anyway, let's try to play catch-up again. I said hello to VidGirl. Okay, Sergeant, Nemesis' shooting range has a cap of 19.7 mil. In the open world, there's no cap. Nemesis hitting for 70 million per shot with a chain killer active. Yeah, that's sick. And another way to see how hard it's hitting is if you change your the targets in the shooting range to invulnerable, and you're able to get a screenshot of it, you can see how hard it actually hits. And one of the things I always recommend doing in any of my build videos is the reason I say go to a mission or control point that you're familiar with so you know the timing of the NPC is so you can have a quote-unquote real world tryout with the weapon. Because shooting range isn't going to do shit for you in certain circumstances strictly because you don't have moving targets. I mean, yeah, there's a moving target thing, but you guys know what I'm saying. As far as damage goes, when you're actually running something in a level, in a mission, control point, bounty, whatever it is, then you can truly get a determination of how the build works for you. I also recommend making sure you have different variants of that build, one for solo, one for group. I mentioned I'm going to put out a build later today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, so I can rest my voice. But what I recommend doing is, try build out solo, see how it works. Okay, now it's great. Now I need a little more armor for group because there's obviously there's going to be scaling in the NPC. Make a few tweaks, have one ready for that as well. You don't need carbon copies of everything, but a small variation here and there, different talent on the chest. If you're doing a run and gun build, let's say solo, yeah, have Intimidate on there. Absolutely. If with scaling you can't hit the enemies like you normally would, maybe you want Unbreakable. Maybe you want to have that extra armor so you can actually change what your armor is to more weapon damage. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bunch of different things, people. Let's see what we got. Oh, VidGirl, you did notice? Okay, good. I'm glad you noticed. What's up, the Brickle? What's going on from start? Just going to hopefully get a shout out. Absolutely. You picked up 3 mementos this morning and a God-rolled pestilence. What have you done? How many? That's insane. Don't say that out loud, man. People are going to be pissed. 3 mementos in one run. Do you know how long it took me to put together that memento video on how to get the memento? I don't know if it took that long, but it wasn't like, oh, one morning, look at me. I'm Brickle78. I'm going to get all of them in one day. It's like Lion King. It's like Simba. It took me forever and actually I take it back. I've never gotten a God rolled from Moss ever. I had to create this thing and I had to spend a ton of resources. Where is it? This one right here. Oh, look at that monster. And I can just re-roll the talent. But notice, I had to spend so much money as in resources on this thing. But now it's a beast and I love it. But anyway, congrats on those mementos. That's sick. All right, let me see where we are. Sniper turret is awesome. I haven't gotten the timing of that thing down. I really, really haven't. I need to do that. I need to jump on that. Maybe that's a build I should do. A sniper turret build. So many options. And again, jeez, it's just crazy. Oh, gosh, I can't wait for this new stuff. Let's see where we're at. It's a legend brand. Oh, you guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. What's going on, Victor? Good to see you, my friend. No, I'm no legend here. And yeah, I mean, Identity's here. I'm just a clinger on, man. I'm just clinging. I don't know. It's just crazy. You guys are awesome. Absolutely awesome. If you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button as well. Would really appreciate it. Let's see what we have. Yeah, so poor Luffy here has been trying to get the Luffy. We are going to farm. Luffy, are you on Xbox? No, you're on PlayStation, right? We need to farm for you, Luffy. I'd be willing to jump onto play. Like, so, okay, I've been making a list. I know that, oh gosh, I know his initials L. I can't think of his first name, but he needs a Lady Death. I have to go back and check on stream. I know it's something L needs Lady Death, and I don't want to scroll all the way up. I know Luffy needs Memento. My desk is shaking like crazy. I did this homemade desk, and clearly I did a crap job. All right, let's see. Are we caught up in chat? Beautiful. NGN lore videos. Press X to start. Our god tier. He's next level. So, speaking of NGM, and Von Doom's here also. And when I start, and just so you guys know, because so many of you have asked me with Identity, he will without a doubt be one of the next people, hopefully, on Diplomats of the Division when I start it back up. He is someone who's been requested so many different times. And the reason I bring that up is NGN Gaming I spoke with Kamikaze Von Doom as well. And with NGN, I was so reluctant to talk with him. And the only reason I was reluctant was because his voice sounds so good. And I knew I'd sound like a hamster with a head cold. Like, hey, what's going on, everybody? Sergeant Graybeard here. What's happening? What's good? That's how I hear my voice. Like, my voice to me sounds like this all the time. Hey, everybody, how's it going? 97.7. What's happening today? That's what I hear in my head when I hear my videos. It makes me sick. The fact that I have any subs is just whatever. Anyway, so my fear was with NGN was he'd just really sound really too good. And that was a fun interview. If you haven't checked that out, I definitely recommend doing it. Jokey says, can you help me make a build? So, Jokey, it's a very broad question. So, and I can give you a few tips really quick. When you talk about a build, the first thing you want to decide is what type of weapon do you like using the most? And this is my opinion. So first of all, answer if you can in chat, what is your favorite weapon in the game? Or what type of weapon do you like to use? See, Robert, you think my voice sounds awful too? See, you get it. Robert, see, no, I'm just joking. You were referring to yourself. But yeah, I can't stand it. I'm like, is that what I sound like? People are like, oh, it's great. I'm like, I don't know, man. I want more of a timbre in my voice, you know. If my like, and it's weird. Like first thing in the morning, I've got the straight Sean Connery thing going. It's awesome. Tried to not. I've got to be awake for at least an hour before I can record. Otherwise, it's like 10 octaves too low. And then later in the day, it's too high. I'm just a mess. Just a mess. I need a Xanax. Well, I have water. I'll drink water instead. All right. So if you like a Dark Zone FAMAS, which is what? Which is, I don't know, whatever. I got a FAMAS right here on the screen. What I'd recommend doing is this. Clearly, and one more question. Do you like more run and gun style? Or are you like trying to get up in the face of the NPC? Do you like staying in cover? Which is more of your game style? I assume if you're talking about a Dark Zone AR, you're pretty much moving nonstop. You're not sitting behind cover waiting for something to happen. Jonathan says, Sergeant, the M16A2 burst fire rifle got a buff. Put one together the other day and is doing the exact same damage as a lightweight M4. Oh, really? No kidding. Well, I got to try that. I think I have a decent one here. I think. Let's check real quick. Once again, if you're joining, we're just chatting, shooting. I don't want to swear anymore. I'm trying to be good. Just shooting the shit, hanging out. Answering questions. Probably go for another like 20 minutes or so. If you do have any other questions, please let me know in the chat section. Let's see what we have here. Did I scroll by it already? I don't think so. All right. I don't need this anymore. Stuff I can break down. Where is Police M4, Savage Wolverine, Test Subject, Cobra? Where's my, Oh, it's a rifle. That's why I haven't found it yet. Sorry. I was like, wait, why isn't it there? Because it's not a... Where are my rifles? Red LMGs. Hang on. Did I completely scroll over it and miss it? Oh, no. Here we go. Here we go. What do we have with this beast? Oh, wow. Yeah, I got to jump into that thing. That's a monster. What am I going to do? I think... Okay, so for this, what I would do... So this is where it kind of sucks. So I haven't done anything with this weapon yet. And it doesn't suck. It's a great weapon. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people wonder, when you have this weapon, what do you do? Do you max out that crit damage? What I do is this. I change the talent. Now, I do have 2 of these right here. Okay, so now I sound like a total ass. Okay, no, but I don't need this one. So I'm going to break this one down. Not right now, because I want to think it through and not do anything, too quickly. But the point is, I don't need rate of fire. I don't care about that. I also don't use the talent rifleman. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure wherever I hit the target with a rifle, it's going to do a bunch of damage. So for me, what I would do is I would change the talent here and then optimize that crit hit damage, because I like all of those attributes on the weapon. I like the rifle damage, obviously, it's maxed. Crit hit chance is obviously maxed. I would rather have options with the talent, so I'm not carrying around 4 of these. So that way I can roll it into anything I want. I could use, perfect, whatever I want to do, I can do. You know what I mean? So I would re-roll the talent and then optimize the crit hit damage. But that's just me. All right, so here we go. Let's get back to chat. Yeah, I'm going to definitely put some... Thank you, Jonathan, for that shout out. Robert saying you're good. That's... Your wife loves your voice. That's so funny. And I'm like, you could use more bass. Yeah, that's how I feel too. That's funny. Funny. I sound like Nathan. I don't know who that is. Now I want to look that up. Nathan Fillon? Wait, Onofre, you're in... Shoot. Oh, man, you told me... Oh, gosh, you told me in the last chat. You're so... Oh, gosh. I can't remember where you are in the world, but I know you mentioned it before. I do apologize. Where are you again? Oh, yeah, the stealth buff. Yeah. No, I know what you meant. Yes, the G36 Bandit is a beast at long range. Absolutely love that weapon. It's a monster. That's what I'm saying. There's so many ways to run different builds in this game and so many different weapons. We can become hyper-focused on one way of gameplay, or one style of gameplay, excuse me, and it's so great that there are so many different ways you can run with this stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the one thing that's kept this game alive, in my opinion, is the build diversity. When we had our last major title update and all the stuff came out with skills, people are like, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. We want more of this, we want more of that. Think about what was introduced. The Memento backpack. We also got, there were so many things introduced that changed the game in so many different ways. And in regards to the last update, which was mostly skill-based, it just made things so great. Like, it really did. Like, it really changed a lot of the things how we play the game. Boomerang, yeah, that's my favorite talent for rifles, is Boomerang. My favorite rifle in the game is, I think I just showed you, or I showed you a moment ago. Let's go down here. We'll hang here for a second and get caught up in chat real quick. This classic M1A. I've got to, max out the crit hit chance, whatever. But yeah, this is my favorite rifle in the game. I absolutely love this thing. Like, I absolutely love it. And that talent is just awesome. And so for a long time, I used to roll with, oh gosh, what was the Baker's Dozen? Because you miss a shot, you get it back, so you're kind of never having to reload. Having that weapon damage bonus is so much better. So much better, in my opinion. Because it's not taking you that long to reload anyway. Wolfpack saying my wife is from Texas and she has the deep Southern Texas voice. That's the best. So I lived in Texas for a few years. I was traveling between Texas, Austin, or Bee Cave, Texas. I lived in Bee Cave, which is right by Austin. Traveled between Bee Cave and Los Angeles for work, like having to take the trip a bunch. Long story. I'll get into it some other time, or probably won't. But anyway, point is this. Yeah, Love that southern drawl. It's good stuff. Portugal. That's where you are, no freight. And I need to look up, where is that name again? I need to find it. Give me a second. Where'd it go? Nathan Fillon. Or Fillion. I don't know, but either way, I'm going to write that down. Oh, now I'm terrified. Fillion. Okay, cool. Sorry, I got to write this stuff down. Otherwise, I'll forget. Lucky I didn't ask my phone to remind me. That'd have been bad. If you're just joining, we're starting to wind this thing down, just answering a few more questions. We've been going for about 2.5 hours today. It has been amazing as always. I appreciate all of you so much for being here. So much for being here today. It really means a lot. All of these live streams are so much fun to do. I think I may just go for 3 hours. I mean, we've cracked 132 likes, which is insane. We have a new member. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys so much. Portugal. Okay, we got that down. Cade 6? What's Cade 6? See, Cade 6. I was like, wait, huh? Derp. You're in Dallas, Texas. Cowboys suck. Make sure I said that out loud. Okay, just so you know. And it doesn't matter. Even like, so when I was there, and funny thing is, in Dallas, you find Cowboy fans or Niner fans. I'm a San Francisco 49er fan. I grew up in the Bay Area in the 80s. It's kind of just in your blood. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. Like and then yes, the Cowboys dominated in the 90s, whatever. We don't need to relive that part of life. But anyway, yeah, Cowboys suck. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce Iahol. You're in California, been there 15, 16, LA dream came true. Awesome. Yeah, I love LA. I love living there. I really did enjoy it. I miss the restaurants, but for me, I knew I wanted to wind up back in the Bay Area, which is where I grew up. Or, no. Sorry, I've got a dog scratching at the door. Hang on, let me let this puppy in. Give me a sec. Go lay down. Go to bed. Go to bed. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Had to say no for the scratching and then go to your bed. Yes, you're a good boy. Good dog. Watching a friend's dog, and I love it. Okay, so anyway, where were we? We were talking about Texas, something, California. Absolutely love it. All that good stuff. Oh, I knew I wanted to wind up back here in the Bay Area or in San Diego because I just love it. California is way too expensive. It pisses me off. Like, it seriously pisses me off, the amount of money you have to spend to live here. It's total bullshit. It's a beautiful place, though, so I do dig it. Okay. Let's get back to questions as we keep rolling on. Again, you're in Chicago. Yeah, you're from Chicago. Yeah, Dallas is a good spot. Whatever. Cowboys suck. Okay, back to Brian. San Antonio, Texas. That's awesome. You don't count. Just Cowboys suck. Okay, hypothetical question. If they allowed us to wear 2 exotic gear pieces, imagine the waveform paired with a memento. No, I can't. You know what I think of? The memento and Ridgway's Pride. Holy hell. Do you realize how much damage you can do? And I think in many ways, and let me know what you think in chat. A lot of people, in the first game, you could have 6 exotics equipped if you want. Here's what everyone had. Everyone wanted Barrett's chest piece and Ninja Bike backpack, right? You have those 2, and then you could gear up with different gear sets or whatever you wanted to do. But a lot of people had that combination. I can't even speak. Oh my gosh, if you went, I don't even know, guys. You have Lady Death and the Scorpio. Like, if you could just equip exotics, you'd be just, I think these exotics are so incredibly powerful in this game. That might be the reason why. And in my opinion, some of these named items, like the apartment, like Dark Winter, some of the named items, in my opinion, are some of the strongest ones in the game too. So I think it forces build diversity. I'm not a fan of anything being forced in a game. I think you should have the right to play any way you like. But I can also see imagine the Dark Zone where everyone ran Lady Death, Memento, and Ridgways. Or Lady Death, or Lady Death, Coyotes. I mean, imagine if you could equip Coyotes, Lady Death, Ridgeway. It'd just be insane. And the Memento would be out of control. So I can kind of understand that because a lot of these have insane buffs on them, you know? Skulls MC gloves. Oh, Patriot. I forgot about those gloves. Good call. What's going on, Rowdy? Good to see you. I think you were up. Weren't you here earlier as well? Anyway, hello. Hello again. I thought you were in chat before. That's funny. Yeah, just reading some stuff. Iahol. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. You went to a restaurant, El Pescador. Great food. Ate a jalapeno and almost died. Yeah, that happened to me once. I thought I was at the salad bar, and I thought it was a carrot, but it was some yellow pepper. Yellow pepper. Some orange pepper, and it just lit me up. No bueno. CFC Jay gets it. Ohio here, and the Cowboys do suck. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. You either love the Cowboys or you hate them. You know, there's no middle ground. There's no middle ground. Like I remember when I lived there, I wasn't sure how hardcore the Cowboys fans were, so I was worried about wearing a Niner hat. So I threw a Texans one on just to be sure. Then I realized half the state is Niner fans because most people are from California, going, "Hey, it sucks living in California. We're moving to Texas." And I loved it there, by the way. I'd move back in a second. I'd move back to Austin in a heartbeat, without a doubt. Yikes. Jonathan is saying his M16A2 hits for 1.6 mil, and with boomerang active, hits for 1.8. That's a beast of a rifle. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So funny. Those Skulls MC gloves. I forgot about those, Brian. Adrian says was farming for the Memento in the Summit and got the Acostas Go Bag, kept dropping. Yes, okay, so I'll tell you right now, we're going to end up with, let's jump to the Summit real quick, just to finish this thing off. What do I have for the targeted loot? Difficulty, we're just going to do it on challenging just to see if we can get the Memento to drop. I'm sorry, yes, the Memento. There's nothing worse in this game, and this actually happened to... I want to remember his name. I'm going to scroll up real quick. Give me a second. I don't even know if I can scroll up that high with chat. I don't think I can. But anyway, there's someone who's been trying to get Lady Death forever, and he was farming the Memento. Okay, let's okay, I got to stop talking. Give me a second. There's someone who has been, trying to get Lady Death for the longest time. And he's been farming in the Summit, and I think he was saying he got the Chatterbox to drop, and there's nothing worse than, and you're saying it happened multiple times, Adrian, where it's like you're farming, you see that exotic drop, you're like, yes, I finally got the weapon, this is great. Then you realize, dude, it's the wrong one. It's just awful. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to change settings. We're not going to do any directives because a lot of people think you have to have directives on. You don't. It does improve your chances in getting the targeted loot you're looking for. Not a specific piece of targeted loot, but the targeted loot you're looking for. Again, the problem is you can't pick, when you have SMGs selected, one of three can drop. If you've crafted the Chatterbox, you can get the Chatterbox, you can get the Backfire, you could also get Lady Death. So for a lot of people, there's that moment of, I got the weapon, then they realize, no, I got the wrong one. Same with the bags. So you can get the Memento, or you can get, in this case, unfortunately, as Adrian dealt with, Acostas Go Bag. Yeah, I've ran into that a lot. That's a pain, man. Oh, that drives me crazy. Robert is asking, do you think we'll ever see some sort of mobile version? Yes, there is going to be a mobile version of this game, but not, it's going to be its own standalone thing. They've already talked about some mobile thing. It's got nothing to do with Heartland. It has nothing to do with Division 2 new content either. So again, yeah, Adrian, your hopes get high when you see that red. I know, it's crazy, right? You see the red, you're like, I'm good, I got it. You're like, ugh. Yes, Lion King, you answered my question. Johnny on the Spot asks, are there any name rifles you worth trying out? Yep, the Harmony and Baker's Dozen. I'd say, yeah, absolutely. Those are some of my favorite ones in the game, without a doubt. 1886 is great also. I did a build on that, which you actually just put that, Rob. Wow, you're quick. Rob, you are just this is awesome. Yeah, I recommend those. I recommend those. And as I said, instead of Baker's Dozen, which is a named rifle, I would also recommend a classic M1A with the talent. It's of course at the bottom with the talent boomerang. For me, that's a little bit better than the Baker's Dozen, only because you have a weapon talent on there. The talent on the Baker's Dozen is going to return the bullet if you miss a shot, which is great because if you're like me, you just miss a bunch of times and you're getting that. You're getting those bullets back, so you're not having to reload as often. But as I said, I prefer having weapon talents on there. You know what I mean? Where it's like going to give me extra damage, stuff like that. So we're going to see if we can pick up a memento. We're going to try 5 runs, then we're going to answer chat, and then we're going to call it. Where is that name? How'd you get over there? How is that even possible? Watch. Memento first try. Boom. Nope. There it is. There it's not. So again, if you're just tuning in, again, we're going to pick up this loot. We're going to open our menu. We're going to return to lobby, and we're going to rinse and repeat floor 10 to finish this bad boy off. Series X, right on, right on. Baker's was my go-to before it was nerfed. Same here. I forgot they nerfed that. Wait, what was the nerf on Baker's? Where was it before? You know what got me with this game? And it's something I always wanted to ask. When the game first launched, and there were so many different things. Like if you go back to what everything looked like in this game when it first came out, it was so different than it is now. But long story short, there was masks would have a talent on them for a damage against elites. And I remember farming for him, trying to get. And I remember I found one that had. I'm not joking. It was either 20 or 30%. One of the attributes was either a 20 or 30% damage bonus to elite targets, which is insane. So imagine running any build in this game and having something on your mask that gave you 20 to 30% extra damage to elites. You'd be unstoppable. Hence, why they took it out of the game, because that's lights out. I mean, think about that. Think about how OP that is. That with you're shredding everything. So again, I do understand why they do that, but it does become frustrating as a gamer when you spent X amount of time farming for something a certain way. You've created a build, and then they change the core aspect of that build. That does suck, But again, we've all seen how one-sided certain things can get in this game, so part of me does understand why it's done. You know what I mean? The other part is like, don't touch my stuff. What is wrong with this? I'm not hitting anything right today. Nothing. Let's go back to the lobby. Oop, I'm getting shot. We'll do a few more runs. Then I think we'll call it. You remember what it was, Brian? The nerf was on the classic M1A. Oh, that was it. Yeah, the classic M1A got nerfed. Yeah, such a shame. But I get it. That's still things. The thing still hits like a Mack truck. It's insane. Absolutely insane. All right, we'll do a few more runs, answer questions, and we're going to call it. We've been going for 2 hours and 42 minutes. You guys are amazing. We're at 134 likes. If you are just joining, do me a favor. If you have not as yet, hit that sub button. Hit that like button as well. Let's try to get to 150 likes before the stream ends. Let's do it, people. I know we can. I have faith. I have faith in all y'all. Again, thank you all so much for being here as long as you have. Ranger's one of my favorite. Rowdy's mentioning the talent Ranger. Man, one of my favorite. Actually, I think with the build I'm going to be putting together for later today or tomorrow, Ranger's one of my favorite talents in the game. I don't think it's used as much as it should, but it all depends on your play style. Some people use it all the time. But Ranger's great because you're always getting that weapon damage bonus. You know what I mean? It's not, it's not determined on your proximity to NPC. That's not true at all, because the amount of damage you're getting, the amount of the damage bonus does directly coincide with your distance, but regardless of your distance, you're still getting a damage bonus. So, with Intimidate, you have to be within 10 meters. But with, you know, something like Ranger, regardless of where you were, you're getting a bonus. It just depends on how high that bonus is, which I love. So someone was asking about, I forgot what was lagging. I've been seeing a lot of lagging recently with the latest update. Just randomly. I don't know if you can see it on your end, but for me it's been happening where it's like I know I'm hitting center mass, and it's like I'm not shooting someone on the right, and then it eventually catches up. You know what I mean? Bluegill, I haven't seen that name before. Bluegill has the memento. Oh, no way. Yikes. Let's just scoop and we'll look after. That was not the memento. I think that was a shotgun. Do you guys ever notice just random names on the NPCs? Oh, you know, the named enemies. I'm like, I don't think I've seen the name Bluegill. All right, let's see what it is. I don't think it was a backpack, though, guys. I glanced. Is it? No, it's not. Shit, I think it was a Scorpio. I'm assuming it was a Scorpio. What dropped? The Merciless. Oh, I haven't seen. So again, so I have a video where it's all of the different exotics that drop when you're trying to farm for something else. And this is part of RNG. This is part of the beauty and the and the struggle of this game. It's a great weapon. Happens to be a great weapon. I think I have a... Yeah, this one's better. But again, I'll put that in the stash and save it. We're going to end it with on an exotic drop. I'm going to go through chat real quick, answer everything I can. But of course, we try to get that memento and the Merciless dropped. I do feel your pain for that 1 second, and I don't even need... I don't care who... let me know, guys, by a show of hands, everyone. Do me a favor. And by the way, we're at 139 likes. Come on, guys. 11 more likes before we end this thing. We can do that within the next 10 minutes. I know we can. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. So anyway, how many of you have every exotic in the game? Show of hands, please. How many of you have every exotic in the game, excuse me, yet when you see one drop, you're like, oh, like you don't need it, but it still gets you amped up when you see it. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, so who is asking about lagging and getting kicked? That's been happening to me, Rowdy. I'm not sure who asked the question about directives. I see that Lion King answered it perfectly. I'm not sure what the question was. Sorry. But again, he is accurate in the statement that directives only increase the quantity, not the quality of the loot. So what he's saying is, let me see if he actually... Merciless, I'm calling it. No way, dude. You called it after. You did not call it. Did you really call that? I don't believe it. See, I got to pay attention with you, Simba. I don't know when you're telling the truth or not. Oh, that's so funny. See, all of you raising your hands with that thing. No matter what, you get amped up. So I'm not sure who asked the question about the directives, but the only thing it increases is your XP, the amount of XP you can earn when you're doing something, or the chance of the type of loot you're looking for dropping. Not a specific item, but let's say if you take out an NPC and they drop 4 items, okay? If you have no directives active, chances are 1, maybe 2 of those items will be, let's say in this case, a backpack. If you have more directives active, there's a chance that all 4 of those could be backpacks. Now, that's a slim chance. Again, it all depends on how many directives you have active. I mean, how many do we have in the summit? 9? And that's another thing. I want to see them introduce all the directives into the open world. I want to see that happen. Because, again, I don't want it to be limited just to the summit. I want to be able to... what I would love to see this game introduce, even if they just did this, I'd love to see more legendary missions, or legendary difficulty in the open world. That would bring a ton of people back because of the challenge. Obviously, different items and weapons, things like that. But I would love to see, you know, just the, yeah, I mean, there are just so many things, guys. There's so many great things, you know, that they can do to this game. Not only just the new stuff to improve certain things. Yeah, I'd love to see all the directives in the open world. I think that'd be amazing. Because in the open world, we have, I think, 4 at a time. Or no, we have 5 at a time, and they do change. They change. I don't know how often they change them, but the ones in the open world do rotate. You'll see someone sometimes, and then they'll pop one out and put a different one in. But here, what do we have? I think there are 9, or is it 7? Let's go to directives. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. I want to see all 10. I want to be able to get 188%. I don't even know what bill. I mean, what would I use for this? Let's try one thing before we leave. We're gonna go back. Difficulty. We'll go legendary. Let's confirm it. I don't think I've ever run all directives. We clearly need to change our build. I guess I'll use a foundry build. I don't know what else to really use here. We don't have any armor. Armor. We don't have any. So I think in theory, obviously I'm going to use the shield. Who knows? Let's see how this goes, guys. Can we get through one named boss with all directives active on legendary? Then I'll check chat. And then I will, You're not lying this time. Thank you. That was very impressive. I believe you. This time, I believe you. All right, let's see what we can have happen. I don't think I've ever run anything with Oh man, I've got to. All right, hang on. We need to go back to Washington real quick because we need to have all of our. I want to make sure I actually have the ability to use the shield right out of the gate, which I should now. Okay, now we can go back to the summit. Since I just run it in succession, it still had a cooldown on the skill, so I had to pick up I need the shield. I know that for a fact. Everyone's rolling. He did call it. Okay, good. I believe. We're finishing this up, guys. Rowdy, take care. Wonderful seeing you. Yes, real quick. Saintbo says, after a full year of release of a raid exotic, the exotic should be released into the open world loot pool to try to charm people back. Quests, season missions. Tied to chain, not charm. I thought you can say to charm people back into the game. It would charm people back in, but yes, the Eagle Bear needs to be in the general loot pool. Now, in my opinion, if they do that, they need to replace it with something else because otherwise it's going to kill the raid. But I think it's been long enough. I think it should be put in there. You know how many people that would bring? Just the Eagle Bear would bring so many people back. Put the Eagle Bear in legendary content. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that. All right, let's see what happens. Can we make it? Can we do anything with this? This will be the last run of the day, closing in on 3 hours. Again, thank you all for being here so much. Guys, we are 6 likes away from 150. Come on. Let's do this. We are right there, fam. All right, let's see what happens. Let's switch to our sidearm. Oh, it's still... Oh, crap. This isn't going to go well. I still have to scoop up a... Yeah, this is... Well, we already know. Actually, you know what? I haven't engaged with anyone. Can I... That's fine. Oh, I don't have any skills now. Yeah, this is going to work. You know what? Yeah, we're just going to call it right there. I think that's going to be it. And I just looked at the clock. I didn't realize how late it was. Everyone, as I close out, I'm going to go through chat really quick. If we can get 4 more likes, that means 150 likes in a stream as we're live, which is amazing. First of all, I want to take a moment and thank you all so much for being here. It sincerely means, it means the world. You know, I appreciate all of you taking the time on a Tuesday. Was it Tuesday still? Yeah. Was it? Yeah, Tuesday morning, March 1st. I'm hoping for big things this month, my friends. I really am. And I know that's, you know, we've been patiently, those of us that have been day one players, patiently waiting for new things. I really think it's on the horizon. I really think we're going to hear from the game. I'm hoping within the next 3 to 4 weeks on what our timeline is looking at. I hope this season is an indication. Oh, 151 likes. How'd we crack that? That jumped. That escalated quickly. I really think it's going to be a great time for us, my friends. We've all been patient. And trust me when I say as soon as the new content drops, there's going to be so many people jumping back into this game without a doubt. So To end on things, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here, taking the time. I gotta go be a grown-up, gotta do some stuff. But as always, as I said, I cannot thank you enough for all of the support you've given and continue to give at this channel. I appreciate all of you. Tomorrow I will be doing a Horizon. I don't know. I'm going to try to do a build video later this afternoon. I'll do my best to put one together, just a basic beginner's, all around comfortable build that you can run. If not, it'll be tomorrow, but tomorrow I am doing a Horizon Forbidden West video in the morning and probably a live stream later in the evening, or maybe later that morning as well. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I may just, who knows, I may do 3 things tomorrow. We'll figure it out. But anyway, thank you all so much. As I always say, especially now, my friends, take care of yourselves physically, mentally. Just take care of yourselves. Be good to yourself, and be kind to each other. There's so much shit going on in the world right now. You heard me say this earlier. We're lucky enough to be able to talk video games on a Tuesday. Wherever you are in the world, you're safe. Hopefully, you're surrounded by loved ones, and just know how much I appreciate you. I'm thankful that you are here. I appreciate the privilege of your time. And we'll finish with that. So take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. And I will see you in the next one, my friends. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Take care, everybody.